Oh shit. Hold up. Does that help out? Let's see. I really don't want the lights on tonight. But we really are gonna need it because the next few videos we're watching are very visually intensive. mm. It's been such a long time since I had Paris, and they're just so good in makeup. I'm in the wrong fucking frame. Mm. What? Oh yeah, there we go. Let me put on my headphones. So yeah, let's get started. I do have a plan. If you all want to suggest a video, I'd be up for it. Yeah, we're gonna overview what cybersecurity is. Um, this year I wanted to do like scary psychology or whatever, but I'm like, I don't know anything about psychology. Uh, right? Mm. And then last year I did the same thing for Halloween. This how I started off. Not for Halloween, but rather for the first week of October. That's how I started off. And yeah. Mm. It's gonna start informatical. Then we're gonna get into like examples of like computer viruses, hackers. I don't know. This is like a maybe. It's a tentative. It's like Minecraft, really. But the guy is so fucking good. This video, remind me not to play the first 10 seconds because there's like guts or something. There's this one. And then we end off with AI. So let me explain. So cyber security is like, from what I know, is like a bunch of experts, whether they'd be experts in the sense of like black hat hackers, white hat hackers, or just knowledgeable in computing and computers and stuff like that. Mm, they help secure whatever networks of communications they have, right? And the reason they do this is to kind of like prevent people from um stealing their information, right? Because every website has like a way to like be exploited pretty much, but like nobody's gonna read the code or really understand the code and be like, oh, I can exploit it this way, unless you're like top notch, right? That's not me. I do some coding, right? But I think where I am gonna go is probably just like coding for like electronics or something, like Arduino, right? Or like Vivado. Oh, let me bite just a couple more times. Hmm. That part was so juicy. Mm-mm. So there's that, right? I don't know. I guess on the daily, there's like people like get hacked, right? And it's like through the dumbest ways too. Um, the simplest way to get hacked is literally just like having an internet connection. I'm saying no. Is maybe just like connecting to like the wrong network, literally. Sometimes from what I've heard and know, is that hackers in like cafe areas set up like fake Wi-Fi networks that you connect to, thinking, "Oh, I'm connecting to the McDonald's network," but then they end up actually seeing what the fuck you've done through like the web search history and stuff like that through exploits and like basically how the internet connection works on your phone, for example, right? and stuff like that is insane. I think as of lately, I think that hasn't happened, right? Um, Fake Cafe networks. That's an unsecured Wi-Fi numbers, yeah, and they usually are unsecured too, right? When it comes to like websites and stuff like that, you always want to look for the lock on Chrome, or you want to look for HTTPS on any other browser, because if you go to like a HTTP website, chances are it's yeah, HTTP hypertext something something. um, it could be unsafe. And as of lately, there's a way to pretty much like you click a link, and it can track how many other links you click, and from there it can do some other stuff. If I remember, hyper scam slash. I misspelled that. Jack. The heck? Um, yeah, and the way the work some work too is that like they open up like a secret browser, or they send some sort of code or information over to like their basically wherever the fuck they live, or wherever their base is situated, right? So like say I went on some random website, right? Say I went like Twitch, right? And I saw a link right here, and I was like, whoa, let me click on that, right? And then all of a sudden I don't notice that there's like a duplicate website behind the browser, right? It's like secretly there, but I just don't notice it, and it robs my information. Not to like scare anybody, but if you've been on Pornhub or websites like that, um, some of the ads are malicious. So literally, they'll like fucking try to get whatever the fuck type of information they want to get out of you. And yeah, that's oof, right? Because I remember hearing on the news something about like a French hacker, or I don't remember if it was Arabic or something, like last year or 2 years ago. That's some weird stuff, man. And what was I gonna say? There's issues like that, right, that affect us. And cybersecurity is also about like keeping up our networks and keeping them secure, having them work, right, stuff like that. I mean, not having them work per se, but like having them work securely. And yeah, there's cyber attacks that come with me, phishing attacks. Yeah, there's a lot. So we're gonna watch this video as an overview, right? Because I didn't cover everything, and then we'll get to like the more documentary esque. It's just my doom. I can't show like the beginning. What's this? Okay, we'll go like that. And what makes all of this scary is that like the world of cyber attacks, because of like a war in Ukraine, has only been exacerbated. And if I remember, Mudhar and some other people were talking about how basically cyber attacks are going to become more and more common as the war continues on, right? Because both maybe not both sides, maybe more the Russian side wants to kind of like get the US involved, that way they can like, or rather indirectly fight like a proxy war with the US via the internet, because they're indirectly backing the Ukraine through NATO. It gets complicated, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, there's all that stuff, right? And it's a huge mess. And yeah, that's from what I've heard. And Moonheart is some ordinary game. There's just also cat channel sometimes I watch, but it gives you like conservative vibes. But it's pretty okay. It's like I don't know. Ever since I started, like I clicked on the cat video, the cat guy once. Fuck, I forget his name. He's on my regular channel. I'm so fucking. I just watch his videos every so often. Hold on, hopefully it appears on here. His debunk file. That's it. I just wanted to watch that one. They're vaguely linked into AI. AI really isn't part of like cybersecurity at all. But there are like people advocating to add AI to cybersecurity, and I don't know how that'll end up. Obviously, there's like the creepy Boston stories, like, oh my god, a rogue AI on the internet. Just keeps on going. Okay. Literally have no. Dude, all the fucking Dragon Ball Z stuff is coming back. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even click on anything. Fuck, where is he? Okay, whatever. Apple. If I search up Apple, you're gonna see. Whatever. You guys understand what I mean, right? Anyhow, let's get started, right?
She often shops
Oh
at
yeah, and some ordinary gamers, you know, he's informatical. All that.
She has her information like email ID, address, and credit card details saved on the website to enable a faster and hassle-free shopping experience. The required information is stored in a server. One day, Anne received an email which stated her eligibility for a special
Oh my god.
discount voucher from shoppingcart.com. In
Yeah,
order to receive the
that's
coupon
fishy.
code, she was asked to fill in her shoppingcart.com account credentials.
You
This
shouldn't do
didn't
that whenever you
seem
get emails like
secure
that.
at the time, as she thought it was just an account verification step.
Mm-mm.
Little did she realize the danger she would be facing.
Yeah.
She was knocked off her feet when a substantial amount of money was wiped off her account.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think this happened? Well,
You gave her
guess.
information to the
The
guys,
email she
or
received was fake.
whatever that was.
Anne's shoppingcart.com account witnessed unauthorized access.
I get the
from a
fake
third
fucking
party.
Facebook ones, and I'm like,
This
what the
type of
fuck?
attack is known as a cyber attack,
Uh-huh.
and the person who carries it out is called a hacker.
Yeah.
Could Anne have prevented this attack?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, she could have. With the help of cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Cybersecurity involves techniques that help in securing various digital components, networks, data, and computer systems from unauthorized digital access.
Yeah.
There are multiple ways to implement cybersecurity, depending on the kind of network
Coding,
you're connected to,
prevention
and
measures, you
which
know, stuff like
cyber
that.
attacks you are prone to. So, let's take a look at the various cyber
Filters.
attacks that Anne could have been exposed
Internet
to.
settings.
One of the most
Man, my
common
life
types
is
of cyber
fucking weird
attacks
today.
is a malware attack like Trojan,
Yeah,
adware,
Trojan.
and spyware, to name a few.
Trojan's like kind of like next to like ransomware. But like where Trojan sucks. Say for whatever reason I wanted to download some fake ass ROM hack, right? But like I did never notice or really cared where the fuck I was downloading it from, right? But like say I downloaded a ROM hack thinking that like, oh, this is Pokemon Mega Diamond or Original Pearl, what the fuck ever it's called, right? Fuck, I couldn't come up with a good name. Pokemon Omega Diamond version, right? Say I downloaded that. And I didn't know where the fuck I was downloading it from, right? And I thought I was downloading a legit game. And the game looks legit because it downloaded something, right? But I never noticed what else I downloaded along with it. And that's what's referred to as a Trojan horse because it's script sometimes, or even like just text on a file that activates something bigger in your system and begins to like. No, I think that what I'm describing is a worm. I don't remember. Like yeah, Trojan horses you basically download them, but you don't know you download them, and you start like seeing your activity and monitoring you, and you just get
Had
worse and
Anne
worse.
downloaded any suspicious attachments online, her system could have gotten corrupted by certain malicious viruses embedded within the attachments.
Mm-hmm.
Next is a phishing attack,
Yep.
the type of cyber attack which Anne experienced. Here, the hacker usually sends fraudulent emails, which appear to be coming from a legitimate source.
Yeah.
This is done to install malware or to steal sensitive data like credit card
Mm-hmm.
information and login credentials. Another type of attack is the man in the middle attack.
Yeah.
Here,
This
the
is
hacker gains access to the information path between Anne's device
Mhm.
and the website's server. The hacker's computer takes over Anne's
Yeah.
IP address. By doing so, the communication line between Anne and the website is secretly intercepted.
Uh-huh. Because basically they have the IP, they are able to utilize the space because it's a virtual space, right? IP, if you remember, all in Internet Protocol address, right? It's a virtual address. That's all it is. It's not like a legitimate address, right? It's not like, oh yeah, I live said street, right? It's just like a number given to your computer that your computer can access web servers with, right?
This commonly happens with unsecured Wi-Fi networks
Uh-huh.
and also through malware. Password attack is one of the easiest ways to hack a system. Here, Anne's password could have been cracked by using either common
Mm-hmm.
passwords or trying all possible alphabetical.
I want to say that one's common, but I want to say it's uncommon too. It just depends on what service you use.
Combinations. To prevent future cyber attacks, Anne sought to implement a few cybersecurity practices. First, she installed a firewall. As the name suggests, it is a virtual wall between Anne's computer and the
Yeah.
internet. Firewalls filter the incoming and outgoing traffic from your device to safeguard your network,
Mm-hmm.
and they can either be software applications or hardware reinforcements.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, Anne
Hi. Security. Right, which will do you fine. Mm, UEFI chip. Hopefully it doesn't show my address. If it does, it's switch. Oh no no no! I mean, actually no. It's like a chip or something. I forget what it's called. Um, it's the one Windows 11 needs. Windows, yeah, Windows 11. Mm, they should just have like a hardware. Oh my god. But like um. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Um. Yeah, I think it's UEFI or Secure Boot or whatever or something. Basically, a little chip that not that many devices had before. I think 2015 or something. Mm, that you need to download a Windows 11 with, right? That's an example of a hardware one, and hardware is only gonna get better and better. Against like cyber attacks and stuff like that, or rather preventing stuff from the internet from snooping to onto your computer or maybe like snooping at your computer.
implemented honeypots.
Oh,
Just like
just
how crows attract
my
bees,
grammar was off there.
dummy
That's what I said,
computer
right?
systems called honeypots are
Oh
used to
fuck.
attract attackers. These systems are made to look vulnerable
Ooh.
in order to deceive attackers,
Hmm?
and this in turn defends the real system.
Okay.
In addition to these, she also decided to use unique alphanumeric passwords, antivirus software, and started avoiding mails from unknown
Cool.
senders. That
Yeah.
is Anne's story.
That's all important.
Cyber attacks are not just confined to individuals, but also to public and private organizations. The cyber attacks carried out in such
Yeah, they can
cases
affect the
are more
universities,
deadly,
whatever,
and
you
they
know,
result in colossal
institutions.
losses. Motives of such attacks are many,
Hmm.
starting from tampering with crucial data to monetary gains.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at a few of the cyber attacks that companies are subjected to.
Hmm.
Various public sector organizations and large corporations
This is something we're gonna see a
the
lot.
Advanced Persistent Threat,
Mhm.
APT. In this form of attack, hackers gain access to networks for a prolonged period in order to continuously gain confidential information.
Yeah.
Companies also witness the denial of service attack, where
Yeah.
networks are
D.
frozen,
That's
which is
referred to in
put
gaming as
users
the
considering
DDoS.
service requests unattended.
DDoS attacks happened quite a lot back then. Remember something with like PlayStation like years ago? DDoS attack. Place. Yeah. Distributed denial of service attacks. There's another one similar to a DDoS attack. I forget what it's called.
A variant of this is the Distributed
Yeah.
Denial of Service, DDoS attack, when multiple systems are used to launch the attack.
Yeah.
When a hacker manipulates a standard SQL query in a database-driven website,
Hmm.
it is known as a SQL
Yeah.
injection.
Injection attack. Yeah.
By doing so, hackers can view, edit, and delete tables from databases.
Yeah.
Amidst a plethora of cyber attacks, it is indeed a challenge for organizations
Mhm.
with several networks and servers to
That's it's
ensure
important to have
security.
security if you're like
This
starting a
is not an
business and
easy
stuff like
task,
that.
and to help with this,
Even if it doesn't seem
cybersecurity
quite apparent at
professionals
first.
are hired to work on identifying cyber threats and securing a company's network.
Mhm.
There are multiple job roles in the field of cybersecurity. If hacking fascinates you, then the role of an ethical hacker
Yeah, an
is
ethical.
something to be explored.
It's also known as the white
Cyber
hacker
professionals
or white
try
hat
to
hacker.
exploit a network's vulnerabilities, just
Think.
like how a hacker would do.
Actually, there may be a difference because like now there's like a bunch. It's like red
resolve
hackers,
them for
purple
protection
hackers, whatever.
against an
Like,
active
I'll see, you
cyber
know.
attack. But if you are looking to design robust security structures, then the role of a security architect is more apt.
Yeah.
A Chief Information Security Officer, CISO, plays a crucial role in enterprise security and is entrusted with the overall safety of the information in an organization. So, here's a question for you.
Oh my god,
Have you
America
had a
quiz. Oh my god.
cyber attack where the hacker system takes over the client's IP address? A. DDoS attack.
No.
B. Man in the middle attack.
Man in the middle.
C. Phishing attack. D.
It's a B.
Password
It's B,
attack.
guys.
Give it a thought and leave your answers in the comments section below. 3 lucky winners will receive Amazon gift vouchers. With the increase in the production of
Oh my god, they're gonna steal our
cyber
information. They're
attacks
gonna be
will
like,
quadruple
let me
in
send it to you to your like real mail address. You know what I mean?
Cybersecurity professionals
And
can
then,
prevent
then you're never gonna be heard of
A
again.
career in the field of cybersecurity is lucrative and a very smart decision for professionals now. So, what
For
are you
sure,
waiting for?
cybersecurity is very
Be
important.
certified with SimplyLearn and become a cybersecurity expert.
Hmm.
If you enjoyed this video, a thumb
You know, like the thing about like the internet is like it's virtual. To me, what virtual means, it's like a black box. Like you can, I guess, visualize like the timings, the bits, the data, whatever else, right? But like essentially all you're sending is just a signal right through the internet waves and stuff like that. That's it. That's all you're doing. It's insane to say that, but yeah, it's really such a black box. But once you understand the setting you're in and like how people exploit systems, you kind of start getting a bigger picture of what's actually occurring, right? Yeah. Of course, cybersecurity, that's on a macro scale. What did we talk about? Cybersecurity. Oh no, like on the micro scale, I don't think there is anything. Hold on. Cyber security micro. Well, yeah, there's just micro and macro impacts, right? But like, I don't think there is anything on that yet. Should look into that. That does sound like a developing area, if at all. Anyhow, we're primarily gonna watch today because today's the series. Disrupt. Disrupt is very fucking cool when it comes to this stuff, right? If I remember, yeah, he had these videos are intriguing. I think we watched Doom.exe or something like that earlier this year, but we're gonna rehash it. Anyhow, let's continue watching. And now we watch both. I think. Remember,
A 6.5 magnitude earthquake is shaking the foundations
you know,
of the band.
it's on. I
93
love
million
you, right?
miles away, Mars, Mercury,
Yeah.
Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, the Moon.
I'm like scared. I swear to God, if the well thing fucking pops up, I'm gonna be like scared. Yeah.
Back at the equator, it's early morning.
Mm-hmm.
A student presents an
Yeah.
idea for his senior thesis.
You know,
He says
simplistic
the
this
internet
is.
has become too costly for the
And
average
nice
person.
looking. The animation is right.
His solution? He can create a program that would
Mhm.
retrieve the account logins of other individuals, hijack their internet. Obviously, he wouldn't release the bug. He just
Yeah.
wants to show he can do it before graduation. The dean's response?
This is illegal, yeah. Do not
The student
produce
writes the last line of code. He originally developed.
what does he say? What does the dean say? We do not produce burglars? What? Burglars? I'm gonna assume that's a burglar. That's
The
his
student
burglar.
writes the last line of code. He originally developed it to be geolocked to Manila, a safety net. But last minute,
I don't even know what that is.
out of sheer curiosity, he removes the geographic restriction.
Uh-huh.
Shrouded in the universal
But I'm gonna
message
clean my
case,
camera fast.
the file looks to be from a secret admirer.
Huh? How it all starts, right? A fucking email
Once
attack.
opened, the full file extension reveals itself.
Yeah. .bps.
This is a Visual Basic script. It uses an exploit in early computer systems that allowed it to run system code simply by being opened. The top two files are sent to the Windows system folder, where they wait. The bottom one is sent to the Windows directory, where it creates its own key in the local machine registry. This causes other programs to run as soon as the system boots, before the user even has a chance to log in. From there, it opens Internet Explorer and randomly picks from a series of 4 web pages. Once landed, it downloads
Yeah.
winbugsfix.exe.
That's how much shit goes on in the
It adds
background,
another
right?
registry
It
key,
could be going down in the
starting
background of your
over.
phone or even like,
It
you
gathers
know,
the system
computer.
log, password, IP address, and
Mhm.
remote access information, packages it up neatly, and sends it to mailme at
Mhm.
super.net.ph.
Yeah.
After the details are sent, the worm searches for files containing
It's a worm.
extensions like .js or .css. It
I
overloads
hate
them.
that. You know, whatever like you hear, like, hold on. Let's see what internet worm. Worm versus Trojan versus virus versus malware versus spyware. There's so much, right? A virus. A virus is a computer program or software that can audit itself to that can connect itself to another software or computer program to harm computer system. When the computer program runs attached with virus, it wait. Let me start that. When the program runs attached with the virus, it performs some actions such as deleting a file from the computer system. Viruses can't be controlled remotely, or can't be controlled by remote. Excuse me. Right. I think worms are a little different, right? Worms is also a computer program like a virus, but it does not modify the program. Yeah. Program doesn't get modified. It replicates itself instead. Yeah. More and more to cause slowdown and yeah, it slows down the computer system. Worms can be controlled by remote. Yep. Trojan horse does not replicate itself like viruses and worms. It is hidden in a piece of code which steals important information. Yeah, pretty much. There's so much more. Then there's the ransomware. There's spyware. Ransomware. The whole purpose of ransomware is to get money out of you and you get a key that may or may not work to restore your files and stuff like that, right? Because it locks down all your files and it locks down your basically your ability to log into the computer and get all your stuff there, right? Then there's spyware. Spyware just spies on you. It's kind of like a Trojan horse, but spyware is like, I guess, can come from like official media, right? Like, say you have like a student software program, right? That can be spyware just to see if you're like, legit or something, right? Then there's malware just in general. It includes worms, trojans, viruses, stuff like that. Then if I remember, there's one more. There's bloatware. Yeah, bloatware is similar to a worm, but like it's kind of harmless, but it still slows down the fuck out of like your program. But bloatware isn't really malware. It depends. Depends on who you ask. Personally, it's just an annoying ass program that I just want to uninstall, but can't uninstall because it comes with the fucking computer, right? For example.
It does the same for JPEGs and MP3s,
Yeah.
rendering them completely unretrievable.
Yeah.
Once the damage is done, the worm enters Outlook, scans
And then it
for
sends,
emails,
yeah.
then sends itself using the originator's email address. Destruction is now spreading.
Yeah.
A message of peace and love.
You are watching
That's why I like this guy. His fucking stuff reminds me of like Adult Swim. I don't know why.
Large corporations and banks. Not only deleting important files within the companies, but grabbing the email listings
Yeah.
of all individuals in contact. From there, it jumps to Europe, where it wreaks particular damage to the email servers within the House of Commons.
Yeah.
They're forced to shut down. Same with the Denmark Parliament.
Oh my god, I want to see this again.
Classified documents in danger
No!
wiped
Hey!
out. The U.S. Air Force has deployed a system called ASIM. It works by utilizing 144 sensors that the Air Force had previously placed across bases throughout the country. It then creates a sort of
This
window for
fucking song.
centralized command to view incoming emails.
Yeah.
When an email
So-
matches the description, command sends a TCP reset to that desktop,
Huh?
telling it to stop receiving emails for
variable milliseconds.
enough
Yeah.
time to terminate the worm.
You're a winner,
The private sector is not so lucky.
Yeah.
Most companies,
Even though
are
they're
working
related with
remotely,
each other, right?
including AT&T and Ford.
Yeah.
They are forced to take their email servers offline.
Well, I mean, they're not related with each other, right? More like they need each other, right? Like, the U.S. Government relies on services that kind of like companies like AT&T provide sometimes. Though it may not be apparent at
The virus
first.
has now affected nearly 55 million computers. Along with the emails, a second spreader has been identified.
Yeah.
Within the original files, one is named mirc.ini. This scans the computer for an IRC client. If found, it automatically
Yeah.
sends the exploit to all contacts that the victim may share on a server. Instead of a love letter,
What's crazy is that this is what the inside of a processor looks like. It's insane.
sends the exploit to all contacts that the victim may share on a server.
I just wanted to mention that because I was working on Vivado earlier.
It sends this message.
Uh-huh.
Thinking it's a legit file.
Please do not edit this
savvy
strip.
Users of IRC would recognize the
Uh-huh.
name, the author of MIRC.
Yeah.
It's only after running the script would they know he had nothing to do with it.
Huh? Holy shit, that's
Security
smart.
analysts are scanning the virus, looking for clues as to the origin. They find that a component within closely resembles a password cracker named that was discovered 4 months earlier. They find within it signed names and resumes, an entry that says, in the resume portion is an extended list of first and last names, along with a group title. This
Grammar
traces
song?
back to an after-school club at a computer college.
Yeah, they're gonna track this guy eventually.
An apartment is raided.
Mm-hmm.
Inside is a man, a woman, and an empty desk with a dusty outline of a Gateway Performance 1500. The man, now identified as Romo Ramones, is the boyfriend of Irene de Guzman. who is the older sister of a student from the college. The student's name just so happens to be on the list.
Yeah, to be continued. Yeah, so this story's gonna grow in a moment. These are old ass commercials.
It's a lot lighter than usual as you drive eastbound from the
Oh, I'm looking at my homework because I'm just trying to see what the fuck 9% score means.
To 102.7 Kiss FM, folks. It's a sunny 75.5 degrees in Los Angeles, and today isn't just any old Friday, folks. You know what I'm talking about. It's Win a Porsche Friday. You know the rules. Dial the line. If you're the 102nd caller, a brand new $50,000 Porsche is
Turn
yours
it in,
to
right?
away into the California sunset. As soon as Kiss by Prince begins playing, those lines are open. Get your thumbs ready. 3, 2, 1, let's roll. Barely recognizable as our current day web.
Hopefully, answered the question though.
.coms and .orgs.
Oh fuck, chapter 1 new. Yeah, so it sounds like we were gonna get like the conclusion, right? But we don't.
Has
Yeah.
just come across the telephone number for ARPANET was the first wide area network that allowed different connections to send information to each other,
Yeah.
also known as packet switching. He tries connecting to the number through his home modem. Sure enough,
He's
he's
denied.
gained access
Oh fuck, never
to
mind.
the University of California,
Cool.
Berkeley. Diving further,
Yeah.
he discovers there's potential government documents hidden behind a password. He tries guessing.
Dang.
He tries
UCB.
Oh my
next
god.
few weeks, Dante
Shut the fuck
continues
up.
logging in. For him, it's less
Oh
about
my
the
god.
content.
It, well, I mean, it was back then in the day when, like, you know, like the internet, computers, you know, networks and stuff like that. Like, nobody knew about this shit. Like, if you had a personal computer, you were rich, rich. Like, hold on. This is the 80s, right? How much did a PC cost in the 80s? Oh, well, 90s. Okay, they went down in cost by a whole lot because in the 80s, yeah, 1,565, $3,000. But like with inflation, hold up. Okay, and yeah, $10,000. That was expensive as fuck. Because they did not cost $8,000. They cost way more, for sure.
Or leaking it. More about gaining power.
That's an
Zipping
expensive
around,
ass fucking
seeing how
price.
far he can cross the line.
Mm-hmm.
On one of his deep dives, he makes a fatal error. He forgets to mask his login name.
Oh my god.
This error lights up a silent flag miles
Mhm.
away at a security office.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to Kevin, he continues. The kid answers the door.
Mhm.
He's greeted by the Los Angeles DA. They seize his computer, but
Yeah.
since he's underage,
They
he's
can't
charged.
trial him, yeah. It's insane that he's in
Back
Berkeley too.
reaches of a Menlo Park storage facility. 2 workers are clearing out unpaid storage units. It's a routine job. Break open the lock, clear out the belongings, auction off what they can. But in this particular unit, they find something. The Stanford Research Institute, one of
Yeah.
the centers impacted by the previous escapades, reaches out to Kevin,
Mhm.
posing that he works for them, securing their network.
Yeah.
The 18-year-old is hired.
Pretty cool.
He has a condo a few blocks from the main entrance of SRI. He spends his days working on encryption algorithms for secure military communications.
Mhm.
He's successfully gone from an underground black hat hacker
Yeah.
to a white hat hacker with a paycheck.
It's pretty amazing. It's like you're gonna get paid a lot.
Detective James Neal
A
of Menlo
lot.
Park PD thinks
Because
he's
there's not
looking
that
at
many
a
people
case of
back in the 80s. 80s. don't even have a number. Yeah, I know. Literally, it doesn't give me any numbers. Oops, wrong one.
stolen property.
We're gonna watch all this tonight.
The storage bill is assigned to a John.
Of course, it's like
Anderson.
5 seconds of like
Quick search
research,
found
right?
his name to be a fake.
Oh,
Upon
shit.
further inspection of the unit, the detective finds blank IDs and a
Ooh.
document containing an unpublished number of the Soviet embassy.
Mhm.
A few pages back, another document containing the name.
Kevin Polson, Dark Dante. Oh my god. This kid's gonna get in trouble. I love you.
The National Bureau of Investigation issues a mandatory court appearance for two students, Onel de Guzman, who originally proposed the
Onel
thesis,
de Guzman.
and Michael Buen,
Mhm.
who is suspected to have helped write the structure of the worm. They are nowhere to be found.
Oh shit. So hold on.
The worm continues its spread,
So
though the
they.
effects are beginning to weaken.
Oh, so
Trust
that
me,
was
that's its
not
call.
unleashed.
The guest of
Kinda.
honor,
For now.
Onel de Guzman. When asked if he's the one who unleashed the virus, Onel states, and when questioned if he feels
Make a
anything about
gimmick.
the damage caused,
Mhm.
he looks down, mumbles nothing, then covers his ears. Being the first large-scale computer crime out of the Philippines, the
Yeah.
authorities have trouble charging Onel with
Yeah.
anything. Over the subsequent months, the Philippine Congress passed legislation dealing with computer-related crimes.
Yeah.
But seeing as this was made official after Onel's stunt,
They can't. Yeah, he can't be charged.
ultimately, the
Dang.
case against him boils down to credit card fraud. Onel never admits to creating the virus, only that he may have inadvertently released the program. All charges against him are dropped. In total,
Damn.
the estimated damages are said to exceed
Wow, that's insane. Yeah, listen.
files and
Good.
another for
The
cleaning.
documentary.
20 years later,
Shit, that's a lot of damage just to
he
get the
finally
scot free.
admits to creating the virus and releasing it. He said he did it alone.
Yes, as you can see, a lot of EBS files have been written. And nope, it's been overwritten, it will not boot.
Right now, a cybersecurity specialist is deep in an organization's infrastructure.
Yeah.
He's well equipped to face any situation that may arise, but he started at the fundamentals. Is offering computer science courses at a fraction of the cost of traditional.
Oh my god, this is ad. This is hashtag ad. Yeah. That's a nice visual. I don't know. It's so weird and trippy. Because it reminds me of like fucking what's it called?
Poulsen is brought in for
Adult
questioning.
Swim. I don't know.
He denies
It
everything.
just does.
A few hours later, they accompany him to his condo. Inside, they find a room full
The
of
first story, I guess, is supposed to be like
One of these is a lineman's headset. This
like a
device
way
can
to
be connected
juxtapose what's
wherever
happening here
exposed
for the second
telephone
story,
line is
right?
accessible. When connected
Where
to
in the
Wi-Fi,
Philippines they couldn't
one cell
charge
is essentially
anybody
indistinguishable
because there
from
was
the
just
telephone
the law
lines,
hadn't caught up.
Except
Oh, I wanna
it
turn
can
on the light.
intercept active calls,
It's annoying.
answer incoming calls, and make outgoing calls.
Oh, I have to always do
Back
this.
then,
I
needed
want to
license
freaking
to
stream like
operate it,
without the light.
something Kevin is lacking.
They can't.
confiscate some of
Hold
the
on, look.
equipment.
Look at the
and start
shadows.
their investigation. Among the obtained documents and
Oh, this looks
equipment,
good.
they find a series of pictures.
And I'm gonna eat it up.
Slender male, crouching down and picking the lock of a
Oh my.
Pacific Bell trailer. Further pictures show the same subject inside the telephone trailer, posing with it.
Yeah.
finding a particular thrill in dumpster diving.
This will be your last chance to get the
Old IDs and using those to gain access to physical networks.
Holy shit. Okay.
FBI agents silently surround Kevin's home in North Hollywood. Then, the leader's phone rings. The agents immediately trace the call, only to be led straight to a Pacific Bell number.
Hmm?
Instead of jumping town and heading out of the country,
Damn.
Kevin decides to stay close to home.
Yeah, that's bad. That was a bad decision for him because he ends up getting caught.
To get some
I
quick
remember.
cash, he utilizes his phone line skills in an all-too-easy scheme.
We're sorry. All of our representatives are still assisting other customers.
It's a sunny 75.5 degrees in Los Angeles, and today isn't just any old Friday, folks. You know what I'm talking about. It's
Win a Porsche Friday. You know the rules.
3, 2, 1, let's roll.
Kevin flips a switch, blocks
Yeah.
every other caller from reaching the line. Now, any line that is picked up,
That affected a lot for that day, I'm pretty sure.
including the 102nd.
Congratulations, you've won a brand new Porsche. Who's the lucky winner?
Wow, I can't believe it. This is Michael. Michael B. Peters.
Cool. And they start, yeah.
Speculate about what motivated Kevin Polson.
Holy shit.
Those who knew him before he fled agree that he's an unusually
Who's this
talented,
guy?
bright young
He's
man
not like a
who
newscaster, is he?
But now he is a wanted man, facing up to 37 years in prison.
A TV
It's a
show
lot.
has just aired an episode about Kevin's hacks.
Mhm.
The show opens their phone lines to callers that may have tips about
Holy
the
shit.
subjects.
Like a random TV show? Like,
The phone lines are jammed.
or like a
During
news
this
anchor,
time,
or what is he? Like, what the
LA
fuck?
Vice Squad, a division focused on public order.
They're gonna
crimes
get
and
him, like I said.
fraud,
I've already seen this one.
pick up Kevin on an undisclosed
Yeah.
minor crime. Eventually, though,
Mhm.
they release
Yeah,
him
they release him and tell him what he's
check
actually
the
caught
federal
for.
warrant database. The feds have received a tip that Kevin is still living in LA.
Mhm.
They question some of his acquaintances. One says that he frequents. They go to the store, give the employees his picture, and wait. Brian Bridges is working the night shift.
Yeah.
He spots a familiar face. Kevin has dyed
Mhm.
his hair a light blonde, but it isn't enough. The store clerk dials the authorities, ensuring Kevin doesn't spot him.
Mhm.
By the time they arrive, Kevin is gone. For the next 24 hours, the agent on duty, Terry, stakes out the parking lot. Kevin pulls up. Terry takes a position at the front door. Two clerks sneak up behind Kevin and tackle him to the ground. Hearing the commotion, Terry runs in and handcuffs him.
Yeah.
They bring him into the back room until transportation can arrive. As if on cue, Kevin begins complaining that his eyes are watering.
Uh-huh.
He requests that he take his contact lenses out. And
Yeah, and
put the
he's gonna
glasses
want to
back
book it,
in his
basically.
car. Terry agrees and retrieves the bag, but he checks it before handing it over.
Mhm.
Sure enough, in the glasses case is a universal handcuff key.
Pick, right?
Polson is being held in a federal
Yeah.
lockup. He calls his sister and mentions that the police, quote,
Have my address.
she recognizes the phrase and calls one of Kevin's hacker friends who subsequently retrieves an incriminating computer.
That's
from the
insane that
police
they had. This
location.
guy went through a lot.
However,
Like, not try to get caught, you know?
months earlier, they
Mhm.
recruited a local hacker to infiltrate the local LA hacker circle. He rings the bell, and the incriminating
They make him look
computer is
like
intercepted.
old as fuck, but they're
Takes
probably
nearly
like
9 months
kids.
for them to decrypt it.
Like, you know, like
Nearly
18,
2 years
19-year-olds.
after his arrest, Polson is accused of 19 counts that include conspiracy, fraud in connection with access devices,
Yeah.
interception of wire or electronic communications, and money laundering.
Mm-hmm.
He faces 100 years in prison.
Yeah, so comparing this story to the other story in the Philippines,
This is
in
considered
this,
one
in
of
the
the
US,
first large-scale cases against
Yeah.
the newly defined crime of hacking.
Mhm.
If successfully charged,
Yeah.
They hope to send a clear message to the mid-90s hacking community.
Oh, 90s. There we go.
Eventually, Polson
Hold up.
pleads guilty.
It's still gonna be
to
like a
counts of
lot.
fraud,
Probably like $5,000
wire fraud, and money laundering.
in 90s. So this was all in the 90s, right? 90s computer cost 95,000. No, but that was 1970. 9,000 to 20,000 to accept. I don't know. I'll trust that source. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Very interesting because like cybercrime, and well, the U.S. had like some previous like rules on that, right? Previously instilled versus like the Philippines where they kind of didn't have anything against that. So in one case, you know, the hacker got to be basically a free man. In the other case, the hacker was caught and properly charged, right? And it's an example of why we need proper laws when it comes to like hacking and cybersecurity and stuff like that, right?
He's ordered to pay
Take away.
51K in fines and given a 51-month sentence. Kevin is released on
1995.
parole. By court order, he's barred from using computers.
That's insane. Imagine being barred from using computers even till like now. He's like what, like 40?
Flips the switch. He gains access.
Huh? DEFCON, yeah.
Okay, this is the question. Did I ever consider leaving California altogether and going
Yeah.
across the country? I did consider that, but and I think this might be part of a
DEFCON is a
mindset.
hacker
I wanted
convention.
to solve the problem, not run away from it.
Released in the late 90s, Polson has kept clear of legal hacking. He now reports on technological true crime. Yeah. So he turned his life around too, which is good.
Hey, so I was just thinking about how everyone in the world has their own conscience, their own lives, everything. Everyone alive is living. So then I thought about how much computer processing power it would take to simulate everybody's conscience. I'm not saying that our universe is simulated. I don't actually believe in that theory. All I'm saying is that just stop for a moment and think about how much processor power
No, it's a lot, way too much. He's gonna say
would
something.
be required to simulate everybody's conscience. Another thing, would that power be shared equally? Would some people get more power than others?
No. He's like, for us to be like, I guess like, oh, WannaCry is another good one. Fuck. WannaCry is pretty recent too, right? I remember. But whatever. I was gonna say, this is the one I can't like.
DOC and to the.
So we're okay. So that was the story of I Love You. I Love You was like a worm, and there's like it was juxtaposed to cybercrime where the guy was basically kind of doing like fraud, right? Getting IDs and stuff like that. So that's the juxtaposition there. I'm not even using the word correctly because the contrast. The story that contrasts the first story.
An email
Yeah,
appears
there's
in the
this.
inbox of a few
My
users.
Doom is one of the worst viruses I
Upon
think in
opening,
history.
There's an attachment. It has a generic name like document.txt or readme.doc, and to
Yeah.
the mind of an unsuspecting 2004 human,
They
it
click
looks
it.
legit.
Yeah. They download that.
Right now,
Mhm.
the virus, also known as My Doom, is now copying itself to the Windows system
Yeah.
folder and replacing an existing file called taskmon.exe. It also creates the file shimjapi.dll.
That's not good
in
for
the
my life.
subdirectory.
It's flickering.
This
What
is a
the
backdoor
fuck?
Trojan that opens TCP listening ports ranging from 3127 to 3198. A TCP listening port is a network protocol that an application listens to. It acts as a communication endpoint, so in this case, it acts as a portal that can download and execute other files from wherever
Yeah.
the virus was originally deployed. One One of these files is simply named message. The worm then creates two registry keys. The first one says that whenever the computer is rebooted, the same worm will run again.
Yeah.
The second one says
That's
that whenever the
devious.
user opens Internet Explorer, the file created earlier, Shimjapi, will also run. To the unsuspecting user, nothing is happening. In the background, the
Yeah,
worm
it's
is now
replicating
itself, sending emails using the original.
Crazy how like
network
similar to this like a regular like
it
bacteria, right?
disguises under randomly generated email addresses with generic names like Adam, Alex, Dan, Maria, and Sandra. But this worm isn't blind. It's smart.
Yeah.
It avoids sending itself to domains that would house users that could discover it. Domains like .edu, .gov, and others. It also avoids informational addresses like help at or admin at. And that's just before lunch.
Yeah.
You are watching Disrupt TV.
It was a prank. It's from Yakuza, right?
By the midday sun, the worm has slowed overall global internet.
Yeah, this affected the whole world.
10%. Average web page loading times.
And it still affects it till now, basically.
The computing community is reporting that 1 in 10 email messages now contain the virus.
I mean, the virus is contained, but like the damage it has done, right?
Offers a $250,000
Still like seen today.
reward for information, leading to the arrest of the worm's creator. The FBI and Secret Service also open investigations.
Yeah.
A second version of the worm has surfaced, mydoom.b. This new version includes a denial of service attack against the SCO group and an identical attack against Microsoft. The worm will launch 64 threads, each of them requesting the main page of the websites. This process of requesting 64 times is repeated every second. The request is simple: get HTTP 1.1 from every infected machine throughout the globe. It's scheduled to begin in 6 days.
Yeah. It's a lot. Again, like I said, this guy has like nice visuals and animations and stuff like that. Premium download, regular download. Yikes.
A man is fast asleep behind a set
I
of
hate when they do
blackout
fucking weird websites do like that.
Between the realm of lucidity and waking, he hears something. He gets out of bed, runs to a panic room, shuts the door, and waits.
I will become master of the universe.
Mega Empire. Got brushed with death.
Bruised and battered, a mother leaves her alcoholic husband for the last time.
Oh my god. Yeah.
She brings with her a suitcase of belongings and her only son. Over the subsequent years, chaos turns to order. The young kid excels in school, makes his way to the top of the class, a model rule follower. Then, one evening, in 1985, at just 11 years old, he spots it in a shop window. The
Commodore 16? Computer.
Over the subsequent weeks, he pleads with his mother to buy it for him. Eventually, she scrapes her earnings together and purchases the terminal. Like a window into a foreign world, pixels behind the screen illuminate his curiosity into a newfound realm of ones and zeros.
Yeah.
Self-taught, self-learning. This is a step far removed from the strict guidelines of school he's grown so accustomed to.
Come on. There you go. Let's do that. That's
Now,
better, right?
At age 15, as his interest in computers reaches an all-time high, his grades drop to all-time lows.
Yeah, it's what video games does to you. I'm just kidding.
But he doesn't care.
Uh-huh.
The wild west of anonymous chat rooms filled with stolen credit cards, NASA
Yeah.
safeguards, and Pentagon files are calling his name day and night. He takes the pseudonym and begins traveling back and forth across the Atlantic Ocean, intercepting telephone companies, pushing cybernetic buttons, all while sitting in the comfort
which
of
is
his mother's
insane.
quad.
Again,
On one
that
of
was
the
a wild
anonymous
west of the
calls, he
internet
meets
back
another
then.
teen hacker Eventually, at 16, Kimball starts up an early phone connection company that allows two parties to connect and talk. The more callers that are simultaneously connected to his service, the higher a profit he can claim on the lines. He begins using stolen credit card numbers to increase this number, a practice that would soon land him a few days in a jail cell before being released with some fines. The business continues growing. By the time he's 18, he's making nearly $200,000 per year. He moves out, gets a Mercedes,
Holy shit, that sounds sick. But it's not ethical at all, right?
He puts in a tape, maxes out the stereo, and follows the lines towards him. The world fades out. He feels as though he's flying in space. This is where he thinks. Business plan, code structures, Quake 2 strategies. Then between Berlin and Munich, a car cuts in front of him.
And he crashes.
At nearly 250 kilometers per hour, he flashes his lights for the car to move. It doesn't budge.
Yeah.
He's forced to tap on the brakes. 5 months earlier, he disabled the automatic stability control.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Oh,
This
fuck.
light tap on the brakes causes the car to lose traction on the pavement.
Yeah.
It churns sideways and crashes straight into the metal barrier. Without
Oh,
seatbelts, him, his girlfriend, and 3 friends are hurled into the air.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, that's the contrasting story. In this example, right now we're back to My Doom.
Experts discover something in the code, an error that will deem the attack non-functional on the day of reckoning. Some skeptics warn that the error may be a decoy intended to conceal the true purpose of My Doom.
Yeah. The error is good, right?
is now blocking access to websites of over 60 computer security companies, as well as ads
That's a
by
lot.
DoubleClick and other online marketing agencies. It's spreading, but
Like
not as
how it
fast.
shows all the electronics, all the
One
resistors,
in every 5
the
males now contain
LEDs,
the worm. We have reached the peak.
chips.
Microsoft offers an additional $250,000 to the reward.
February 1st, 2004, no
The denial
days.
of
Yeah.
service attack begins 2 days earlier than expected. An estimated 1 million computers, now infected, send connections.
That's a shitload.
The company responds by removing the original
Yikes.
domain from operation. The second attack begins, this time aimed at Microsoft. Microsoft responds by directing users to a website, unaffected by the attack. The attack, at this point, has remained minimal.
Yeah.
Microsoft.com remains functional. A second worm, known as Doomjuice, has appeared. It rides the tail end of My Doom by sneaking into a back door left open. Its purpose is the same as its big brother, a DDoS against Microsoft. However,
It's insane. Some of these worms, some of these viruses, they take advantage of the computer hardware. It's crazy.
the back door remains open. Someone triggers My Doom B and stops it from spreading. The back door remains open.
Look at how much time is going by too. So it's a lot. This threat back then wasn't able to be handled as easily as maybe now, and even now, you know, you can't handle like stuff like that easily.
Variant of My Doom attacks Google, completely stopping functionality of the website for a large portion of the day. New versions begin surfacing. My Doom U, V, W, and X infect more computers and install more backdoors, sparking worries that a new, more powerful My Doom is brewing.
Yeah.
My Doom version AO is born. Then, silence.
Just an hour ago, we had an attack. We learned from the NYSC that they've had some kind of denial of
Yeah.
service attack.
This is all real, right? Look at fucking news stories. North Korea, yeah, they were throwing stuff around.
The code was called Trojan.dozer, and much of the language it's written in appears to be reused from the My Doom worm. But the original hasn't resurfaced.
Yeah.
The ransom money remains unclaimed. The the estimated damages the virus caused.
The fuck ton.
The individual
Yeah.
or the group
Never
behind
be
the
found.
virus has yet to be found,
That's insane.
remaining in the shadows
Hmm?
of cyberspace.
And here we go.
Yeah.
You can see
Told you, it still
massive
affects today.
being pushed out.
This is insane.
Uh,
It's so scary to think of that, right? Like, you know, like one day you're just on the internet, maybe on a Discord server, and suddenly, you know, a friend of yours sends a weird link, but you trust them just enough to click on it, and bam, you're part of history already by just clicking that link, because now something's gonna replicate and send all these messages to somebody else, and they're gonna end up getting information from you and getting information from others that you sent the link indirectly because you clicked on a link. You know what I mean? It's insane. But that's what a bunch of code does. That's its job. You just execute, right? Once
For every
compiled.
black hat hacker, there's a white hat hacker.
Mhm.
Someone hired by a company to specialize in breaking software to ensure maximum security. These people know the ins and outs.
That's
of
his
computer science.
commercial.
They
Ah.
started at the fundamentals.
Mega Empire Part 2.
Sitting in the recovery room, he makes a vow to himself. He wants to live life to even more extremes.
Oh my god.
As he puts it,
Jesus.
by 19...
So that's the difference between that story and the My Doom story. Yes. Where like, you know, the people behind that organization are just unknown, right? They're just hidden, hiding, whatever you want to characterize them as, right? It's just a group or what seems to be like a group orchestrated attack, right? Meanwhile, this guy here is just like, you know, your average I guess like 18, 20-year-old, whatever, right? You're fucking zooming by on their fucking car because they just gotta do that.
Real name Ortman, start a business together.
Yeah.
One brings a startup-oriented mind, the other brings a code-oriented mind. The company grows, and over the next 7 years, it transforms into a multi-million-dollar endeavor, a business offering network pressure tests and attack simulations. Eventually, the two sell it off. With a large personal fortune in their back pockets, they enter the turn of the century.
We are now in the year 2000.
Yeah.
The entire world seems to be moving to wirelessness.
Yeah, people were like, Y2K, right? That's what I wanted to talk about, but I forget if it had a cyber security aspects to it. I think it was just like an issue with like the dates, right? I mean, it's important, but like it's more like code issues, right?
What will the implications be? Who will benefit? Who will lose? Sorry, I am getting ahead of myself.
It's around this time Kimball changes his real name from Kim Schmitz, then to Kim Vester, then to
Kim
an
Vester?
homage
Oh my
around
god.
the technology upon which his fortune is built. Kim.com.
The dot-com bubble is coming.
Parties, yachts, more parties, more yachts. His wealth not only grows,
Yeah.
but his earthly status. He's ranked
Oh my
among the
god.
top titans in the dot-com bubble.
Yeah.
The ones that made it out
Gonna go.
on top. Racing cars remain his favorite
Holy
pastime
shit.
these days on closed courses. One of the largest of such events is called the Gumball 3000. Thousands of fans and racers gather for an annual 3,000-mile, 6-day trek. Tons of footage of the event is captured and shared through email. The problem is, the higher quality the video, the larger the file size.
Yeah, and the longer it
The
takes to
larger
send.
the file size, the more bandwidth.
Yeah,
it takes to
that's what I'm
send
gonna say.
email.
The longer it takes to send.
Without YouTube
I said
recording
Sam. I don't even know what I said.
men.
Yeah. Especially back then, it was like the internet was like kilobits, right? Megabits, something like that.
Known as the ultimate
Or not even megabits. Yeah, just kilobits, right?
1000 on steroids.
Maybe like
Create
if you
buzz
were
with
rich,
videos
you would have like
hosted
megabits.
competition. Those Those that could send the best street racing videos would win cash prizes. In an
Or like if
early
you were
email
older, you would
discussing
even have like
process with
what's it
his
called?
business
The
partners, he writes,
wired connection, right? There you go.
instead of
Right,
sending
have the
the
entry
actual
noises.
file, users could
To
simply
reach at you.
upload the file once on a hosted server, then send that link to the recipients, who would then download the video using their own bandwidth.
Yeah.
In May 2005, Kim
He made a company.
Vander Kolk, a developer he met years earlier, and his childhood friend Ortman start running the business in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
They
It's
are
like a
what is
downloading
dubbed
site.
as a blue ocean.
Yeah.
There's no competition here.
What's insane is that this story is gonna tell a tragic tale of an actually good fucking invention, right? Because this site that they're making is actually gonna have it so that the more users download the same file, the more it's weird. Say you download this file, right? Other users' bandwidths help you get the file faster. So the more people are downloading the file, the faster you get the file in a sense, right? And it's such a cool idea because in a lot of like places, internet isn't such a, it's not like able to be like established that for that high of a speed because you need proper infrastructure.
Spread like comets.
I think I'm thinking of the right guy though.
Then beyond those roads to the wider public. Over the next 2 years, bandwidth prices fall.
Yeah.
Technology improves, meaning higher profit margins for the small company. By 2007, there are hundreds of file sharing competitors. A few have overtaken them, but Mega is quickly rising again in the ranks, largely due to a unique program they've set up, incentives for file sharing.
Yeah. Share files and stuff like that.
Forbes
Yeah,
inquired
copyright.
about an interview.
Yeah. I guess it was that. I think they're gonna explain it a little later on. But the issue here is how my teachers used to explain it. Back then, they always used to share like, this is illegal to download. If you download this, the FBI will be after you. You know what I mean? Back then, my teachers said that they used to just pirate all that shit off like different sites that you just download like free music off of, right? Or get free video games for whatever reason, right? And this website would have that sort of like content on there, and copyright issues.
In their request, they mentioned wanting to discuss copyright allegations involving a Kim Schmitz. Kim.com
It's
writes back
invested.
using an email that appears to be from a Mega Upload employee. He forwards the email to Ortman with the attached note.
Yeah.
Users are sharing copyrighted films and
Yeah.
music on these websites, and some of the
It's a
users
very
are
real thing, and
receiving cash rewards for their
nowadays you would see that on like torrenting sites and BitTorrent, but I think that's more or less dead nowadays, right?
complaint to the file sharing services.
There's still an underground
File
community
sharing
of that
services remove
around, if I
files.
remember.
But Mega Upload has a different system. There's no search query on the website.
Yeah.
Instead, users upload a file, then get a unique link. To spread the link, they must post it
Mega
off-site
Upload.
wherever they see fit. If two users upload the same piece of content, for example, a video of
Let it go.
Mega Upload would simply give user number 2 a unique link that is directed to the root file
Yeah.
user number 1 uploaded before. This saves them bandwidth. When receiving a
Yeah.
copyright complaint,
Bullshit.
Mega provides a DMCA platform to remove the infringing links that they came across. However, this process only squashes the original links.
Yeah.
It doesn't remove the root file from Mega Upload's infrastructure.
So
According to
they
Mega
found
Upload's
a
lawyers,
back
the
way,
system is above and beyond the wording DMCA.
Yeah. Modern day pirates. Not pirates, we're just providing shipping. Yeah.
Kim is gaming in his mansion. Mega Upload has reached the height of its success. It accounts for nearly 50 million users per day, 4% of the internet traffic on Earth. Where before he had a 30 millisecond delay between his home and the Australian servers, he's now having a nearly 80 millisecond delay.
Yeah, which is insane.
Unbeknownst to him, with most of his daily tasks delegated amongst his team, Kim is beginning to lessen his involvement with the mega operation. He now spends his free time creating music. He mixes at his studio in Auckland throughout the night, then sleeps during the day.
Yeah.
Kim exits his studio and is driven home. He's fast asleep behind a set of blackout curtains.
Yeah.
Between the realm of lucidity and waking, he hears something in the distance. Wayne Tempero, Kim's personal bodyguard, dashes out the back door, only to be met with the barrel of a gun. Held up in his safe room, Kim isn't sure if it's police or kidnappers.
Yeah, I was thinking of another one about another documentary. I think on the same guy, if not a similar concept.
The handlebar shotgun.
Yeah.
Body armored wave of police storm the mansion.
Yeah,
These given to the police team that Kim is a seasoned gun brandishing criminal, potentially ready for a gunfight, but he's nowhere to be found. They call on Kim's bodyguard. Wayne enters the room and shows the officers the secret entrance. They call before moving in further. Slowly, past the shotgun resting in the half-open safe. They spot him. Kim is brought down to the backyard, along with Mega Upload co-founder Matthias Ortman and his 5 children. He walks past his wife.
This copyright infringement.
He tells her.
Nothing to worry about. Yeah.
Come on. I have legitimate stuff
Yeah.
on Mega Upload. How dare you?
Yeah, it went down the whole
Internet.
place. Yeah, no, I was thinking of a different one. It's like it was a blue one. That was out competing uTorrent or something like that at some point. Company that had with shared amongst users. I think the uTorrent is like not illegal to turn on. It was a company, BitTorrent. I think that's what their name was. I think I was thinking of the story of BitTorrent, but yeah, it's still horrible. Is a leading software company with popular torrent client. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking of BitTorrent. We're gonna watch that.
Government people.
Over the subsequent months, the indictment words Mega Upload as a conspiracy, stating the Mega Conspiracy reproduces and distributes copies of popular copyrighted content over the internet without authorization.
Oh my god.
It's also claimed that the Mega Conspiracy created a smokescreen DMCA tool that failed to delete the root files of copyrighted content.
That part was true. You know, they got him. That's doc.
From studios and copyright enforcement.
That's just
worldwide
you know.
criminal organization.
Fuck, what's the
Mega
idiot
Empire
there?
should be
It's sealed
brought
tight. Right? Got him there.
Most of Kim and the co-founders' assets are seized, including the Mega Upload domains. The involved are released on bail and sent back to their subsequent home countries to await trial.
I will fight it. That's all I can do.
Prosecutors are pushing for max sentencing, resulting in up to 20 years for each. Now, the High Court of New Zealand Justice argues that the warrants used to seize .com's properties were illegally obtained because they were too broad. Ultimately, this is overturned. Negotiations opened between Mega and the U.S. Justice Department. Mega asked that the site be made available for users to back up their personal data. The request is denied.
Yeah.
A year later, the website's former hosting provider deletes the data, and the case remains in legal limbo.
If you take all
Yeah.
movies, music files together that have ever been made, and even you have 10 instances
Yeah.
per movie, per music file, you will never have more than 100 million files. So if we have 12 billion unique files on our servers, it clearly shows that the legitimate number of files outweighs any infringement
IBM starts a new file sharing service. This time, to shield the company from being responsible for DMCA compliance, from the time of upload, the user's content is immediately encrypted.
Computers have become
That's
so
Mega Cloud, right?
You know, if
Yeah.
someone could come up with the same amount of like hacking power or hacking skills that someone had in like the 90s when computers was simpler, if they had that same amount of power nowadays to computers nowadays, the amount of information and data they could gather from, you know, from government facilities, from social media networks, and like when all this was happening, Facebook and Instagram, definitely Snapchat, well, very new, and so the idea of somebody stealing personal data back then,
wasn't even a thing.
Was pretty uncommon.
Yeah.
And so
it just wasn't.
If someone had that power, the amount of like, you know, deleted quote unquote images on Snapchat would just be infinite.
Why is he bringing up Snapchat?
Yeah. I just thought that'd be crazy if someone had that.
That'd be
power.
crazy. He has something to hide. That's Sebastian. Sebastian.
Man, our clever humor lives in a maze.
Oh, but yeah, he's right. No, yeah, it's insane. You know, computers now. Oh fuck. Oh my god! Thank God. Thank God. I had a fucking quiet video in the background. Oh my god, wouldn't that be funny if like all of a sudden you just hear like so because it was some fucking random Minecrafter on there. I don't even know why. I was watching what was the last one? I think Casey Tron or something. No, literally it would have been funny if you guys just heard like, you know, like Minecraft sounds in the background while I was watching this. It'd be like funny as fuck, honestly. Ooh, okay, I'm like getting jittery because I just turned in an assignment, right? And I'm like, did I do this? Did I do that? Did I do this and that? You know, I'm like dilly dallying here and there. So, give me a moment to recenter myself, right? No, literally, like today, I kid you not, I was doing meditation, like, between the hours of 11 and no, between the hours of 12 and 1. I was just like, not even like, you know, alming or anything like that. So, you know, that's like just like all like the alm is like not pseudoscience, but it is, you know, it's complicated as fuck. But like I was just like laying down on the bed, literally like this, like actually proper laying down. This is as far as my chair goes. It's just like this. Okay, my week, what to do tomorrow. And then maybe like an hour or two ago, not like, yeah, it was 2 hours ago. I was like thinking, man, maybe I don't go live today, because I was still working on the assignment, you know. And I'm glad I'm live. Though I am gonna cut this out to 2 a.m. right? I am not gonna go past 2 a.m. I am sleeping all day tomorrow, literally, because I am done. Like, like tomorrow's just either a homework day or a sleep day. That's it for me. But yeah, all this stuff is cool as fuck, right? You know, it's important to have cybersecurity. It's important to practice all this stuff because at the end of the day, you don't know when, like, you know, having different passwords on your different accounts is, you know, gonna help you out. Because like, certainly for me, I have different passwords. Every fucking service, different passwords. Every fucking server. And what was I gonna say? That's incredibly important nowadays. And nowadays they're even advocating for like using different like different like softwares like Duo, where they create like temporary keys, second hand author, and I said authorant. Oh my god! I swear my speech one day is literally gonna be like this. I go right last of all, you know what? Right, I'm literally gonna talk like that. And you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck is he saying? No, but like, the second hand. No. It's not second hand. I'm adding second hand for some fucking reason. There's like a word there. There's a word there. Two-factor authentication. There we go. not second. Two-factor authentication, right? Which is something I would advise everybody to use, even on like Twitch, any service, right? And I would advise, whenever you check out stuff with like your credit card, maybe don't use your credit card anymore. Nowadays there's even like safe places where you can basically send money over, like PayPal, kind of like that, like PayPal like services, where you send money to your account or your virtual wallet, but the wallet itself is untraceable. It sends a legitimate like like oh, you bought this authentication, right? And then it tells the bank or whatever that this is a legitimate transfer, right? But that's all it does. It doesn't give any more information than that, and that's the safest way to practice security, or like whenever you're buying like on Facebook Market or whatever the fuck, and you're just kind of like sketched out by like certain stuff. You can use virtual wallets because they're untraceable, and basically like what are they gonna do? Hack your wallet that's connected to like nothing. You know what I mean? There's stuff like that. But be careful with services like that because they also maybe aren't like the best. Some of them, I don't know. I'd assume it's like a two-way street, right? You can hear of a good service, then you can hear of a bad one, right? Because I bet you there's not just like one main service, probably like 3 or 4 or something, and they all have different levels of security and responsibilities and stuff like that. And yeah, that's insane. Again, the internet is crazy, crazy, crazy. Um, at least back then. Even now, it's still crazy. Kind of like with the stock market stuff, right? Last year, what was it? GameStop, AMC, stuff like that. That was a moment when like I guess, stock market nerds kind of came together from the internet, right? And it's insane how much they've changed, right? The scale of the stock market, because hedge funds, are kind of like still like in power, but not to the point where like they fuck over like other companies that are well liked. I guess I don't know. I was half following, half not, right? Anyhow, let's move on to the next one. This is the Morris worm, the first ever computer worm, right? What is this? The 80s? Yeah, 1988. Early 90s, probably.
Things are not.
Let me see through more fucking like I said, it's like like I don't want to start off like that. This is some weird shit at the beginning. No, this is something weird. There may be a virus on the loose on the internet. Yeah, we are currently under attack. Yeah. Back then, I guess like viruses were not even that well understood. I feel, right? Yeah.
Primarily used for communication between large corporations, government agencies, and universities. But here, all operations have crawled to a halt. Fueled by junk food and a fascination with cyberspace, these students are 15 hours deep into a cyber sword fight with a new enemy who has unleashed a worm.
There's some Linux.
The person they're fighting.
It's a test. Oh my god! I'm telling you guys, I'm losing my ability to speak. Linux tests. Oh my! I was to say Linux tests. There we go. Say Linux text like 30 times. Untwister. Yeah.
You are watching.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm gonna get copyright struck! Don't look at that, don't look at that. Oh no.
A sock. A P.O. box. A socket. A socket is like a P.O. box that a computer can use to receive data from a server.
And not like a plug, right?
Enters a computer. It chisels a hole into the motherboard and establishes its own post office socket, which it will use to start the infection. First, it searches the computer for the finger protocol. This is a directory that houses early internet usernames and contact information, kind of like a social network. Usually this runs as a background process in the machine, also known as a buffer. But to hijack the information from this buffer, the worm sends a git call.
Oh, there's so many different
over and over and over.
Oh shit, no. Buffer. There's this buffer. Internet buffer. No, not buffering. Buffer. Okay. Software. Data buffer. You know, there's all this sort of stuff. You know, circuitry and coding are so fucking similar. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look here. Obviously, the resistor stuff is like pretty primitive. Nobody uses resistors. This stuff, right? RLC circuits, series parallel complex circuit. You know, there's a lot. A lot you can do. These ones are like they're not like just strictly used just in themselves, right? But they all tell you like a story. So like there's like voltage here, VR, VL, VC, VC2, VR2. You know, you can get it through a lot of different calculations that get really fucking complex, really fast. The RLC. I haven't seen this circuit yet though, but it's fucking horrible though. But the whole point here is that you know, you need a voltage source, right, or a current source that basically happens to power on the electronics, right? So it goes through here, this loop, then this loop. You know, current likes to travel through the least resistance, but all these electronics here can be seen as resistors themselves in complex power. So current isn't gonna want to like go through the capacitor only. It's gonna go through all the blocks pretty much, trying to find a way to minimize, you know, its path. And this is a sine wave, right? So it goes backwards and forwards. Or excuse me, backwards and forwards, right? That's how the movement goes. And here you just have like code and stuff, right? You have bits, bytes, whatever. You send the signal, then signal conditioning and blah blah blah. How to manage time, blah 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 blah. You know, you have the logic, the algorithm, what you get, what's set on and beyond. The compiler, code, what's running.
Until eventually the
the compiler if you like coding, right? Like
the check stations
yeah, with code.
Leaving a wide open road.
See?
It then attempts to establish a connection to these newly uncovered users, and if successful, it will move on to stage 2.
Yeah.
If not, it will attempt to use SendMail, an early email program. This program operates on a number of modes. When switched from the default deliver mode to the daemon mode, it will constantly listen on a TCP port.
Yeah.
It's listening for good vibrations.
It's listening if you're
Things
good.
like a sender, an address, and a get well soon message to your grandmother.
Oh, fuck, that's a nice looking shot.
Hear that?
Look, it's an animation.
Instead of good vibrations, Morris is sending a debug command to the program.
I'm like, no, please don't be fucking naked or some bullshit like that.
Reject this command, but being a new system built in the 1980s, many site admins have left the option on.
Yeah, when they should turn it off.
Full access to the mailing services. It uses these new tools to send the following command package, aka the vector program, to the contacts.
Well,
It then waits up to 2 minutes for a response from the shell, after which it will.
Oh my god.
Now established that the vector program has been received and the worm is running.
Yeah. Then it's replicating itself too, right?
Global controls will have to be imposed, and a world governing body will be created.
Go to Morris,
It
yeah.
proceeds to send 3 more packages to the socket created
You
earlier.
got Amazon packages. Just kidding.
The first is a Sun3 binary version of the worm,
Yeah.
the Max version, and the source 2 chances that one of the recipients are running either the Sun 3 version
Yeah.
or the Vax version. After receiving confirmation that the files are running correctly, the original worm eliminates itself, and the new one
Yeah.
repeats the process. This differs from a virus in that a virus needs to trick the recipient into running it.
Yeah, into running it, yeah.
Social engineering, or just plain misdirection. A worm, on the other hand, can spread without tricking a human.
Yeah, it just replicates itself.
By itself.
Yeah.
NASA unplugs. Cornell unplugs. News organizations, while simultaneously reporting on the worm, are
Yeah, they have to
grinded
unplug.
to a halt.
Yeah. The computer helped them out. You know, print out stuff.
He receives an
Whatever they
anonymous
could.
The voice on the other line says,
Listen, I know who did it. It's RTM.
now he won't say exactly who RTM is, he just wants to know how much trouble that person may or may not be in. As soon as the call ends, this journalist knows exactly where to look. He opens up Finger and searches through the database for an RTM.
Yeah.
And much to his surprise, a 3-worded name surfaces.
Yeah.
Name surfaces.
Why is that blurred out? Okay, what? Okay, let me search it. What? Is that Matrix? I don't know. I don't know. I'm like scared. I'm like, what the fuck? In software development, yeah.
You are watching Disrupt TV.
Ad break. Oh my god. Let's click here. The worm. Look at the worm, guys.
Across the country at Berkeley, sleep-deprived faculty and students, after 12 straight hours of work, finally crack the puzzle. Keith Bostick, a programming architect specializing in Unix, releases patches 1 and 2. The first 2 patches fix sendmail so that it won't accept the debug command and compile with the worm. 24 hours later comes patch 3. This changes Finger so that it doesn't accept the gits call. Instead, it only accepts fgits, which the worm doesn't know how to utter.
Yeah.
The patches work, and throughout the university and surrounding networks, their ships stabilize. But since the worm has attacked the main lines of fast communication, the storm is
Dude,
still
I'm like
raging
learning
for
a
the
lot.
rest of the
Holy
world.
shit. Like,
By now, an
this is
estimated
some interesting
6,000
history.
computers are infected, which at the time makes up 10% of the entire internet.
It's a lot.
Another call.
Imagine if that was today. That would be infinite amount more. People fucking having issues.
I think I know who did it. It's
The guy on the other line says, yeah, that's my son.
Holy shit.
Robert Tappan Morris, alongside his father, chief scientist of the NSA's Computer Security Center, are plastered throughout the national spotlight. At first, the 23-year-old denies he is the author. He says the entire event is a very unfortunate situation, but eventually he admits to writing the bug, but with no malicious intent. Says he only wanted to create something that could measure just how large the internet is, and his plan would have worked. His worm could have gone by unnoticed as a simple background process had it not been for one simple line in the 99 lines of code that would wreak havoc. This is a flag. It's used to tell the worm that, yes, I have already been infected. Morris could have programmed the worm to simply move on, infect the next guy. It's not worth infecting twice.
Yeah.
Right?
So is a bug?
But if he did that, it would be far too easy for a system admin to simply put up a false flag and trick the worm into not infecting the machine. Instead, Robert programs the worm to disregard this flag 1 in 7 times. This way, he thought the worm will still infect the machine, but not check it so much that it will overload the PC.
Yeah.
He was wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Had he picked a higher number,
That was a
say
bug.
1 in 700 times, the worm would still be small enough that it would do its originally intended job as an internet measuring stick.
Yeah.
But the 1 in 7 process meant it would simply try to infect over and over, overloading a computer system, forcing it to a halt.
And imagine like if this guy didn't do that, we would like kind of not know what the fuck a worm is for like a little longer, and you know that would have led to a worse situation. So like, you know, in a sense, this guy helped out the internet, right? In its infancy. Bum, bada, bum.
And consequently every machine on the internet.
Yeah.
By January 22nd, he's the first person in U.S. history to be indicted under the newly defined computer fraud.
Yeah, he's gonna get fucked now.
That he intended
Unfortunately.
only a low-grade prank. What he touched off instead was a rampant epidemic last November that infected a national defense network of computers, among others.
He receives 3 years of
The NSA's
fine.
yeah, the NSA's one of like the NSA guys had a son and they infected computers malware or whether with worms. Until 2022, the original Morris worm floppy disk is on display at Berkeley. Sick. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, this is just one story, right?
Right. So when I was like in 9th grade, I was sitting with the boys, you know, in
The
in
boys? Oh my
cafeteria,
God.
and we got to
Like the show?
We got a really interesting
just kidding.
conversation topic. We were surrounded by maybe like 100 people or so in the cafeteria, and we started talking about just how
Yeah,
little
let's
we know
like
about them,
all
how
these
crazy
videos you've
their life
watched so far.
stories could potentially be, and just how much.
Imagine
life
I was like,
story
let's
there
fucking
was
start
in that
hacking on shit.
entire
That'd be
room.
insane.
And I thought of something pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
this is very important.
How much computer space would everyone's life stories on Earth occupy?
We asked that
Think
question
about for a
previously too.
second. Just imagine that amount of information.
Probably like
It's also
like a
kinda crazy to
megabyte.
think that even the people you don't know, like
100
those who
megabytes
basically have
max.
just NPCs in your life.
It's like my
have a
life
massive
story
life
is
story in the
literally
back of their head, just like
at like the age of like
pretty obvious
2
when
or
you think
3.
about
I
it,
went to
depending
like
on how
Mexico.
you think about that.
Then from there, I almost ended up dying. The healthcare system fucked over my dad, but a nurse he knew helped out my dad pay the bills. My dad and mom were undocumented, right? That's is that. Then my sister was born in 2004, around there. You know, and you know that it continues and continues and continues until now. Now I stream on Twitch. I'm a university student, right? You know, everything's working out. It's not right because like I got into these programs and now, fuck, my life's gonna get better. Maybe. Anyhow, what was I gonna say? But like, I'm not even in a big university. I'm in a state one. Let's see. Minecraft's deadliest hack. I'm like, I want to push this one off for like, you know, extra, because it's kind of related, kind of not. It's like, you know, it's like Minecraft. It's like, you know, it goes along with like the AI stuff, which is kind of unrelated to like, you know, cybersecurity. I guess I could show it off for like after the hacker stuff, right? Yeah, we can do that. Because now it's just gonna talk about hackers and people that are wanted. Yeah. Let's watch the next video, right? By Disrupt. Again, he's like pretty much the only guy that covers this shit too. Oh, I kid you not. Oh. Literally cybersecurity. I don't know. Can I search up? Viruses, right? Hold on. Computer virus. There's like the infographics. I don't trust anything from the infographics. I don't know. He pumps out too many videos to be, you know, consistent. See, this is all you see. There's I downloaded. This guy sounds cool to watch. This one, WannaCry. WannaCry is recent, right? Affected a lot of hospitals. Unless I'm thinking of a different one. Anyhow, yeah, this stuff. Speed installs the most dangerous computer virus. Actually, I'm interested in watching this shit. Yeah. Yeah, open. Yeah, there's like this stuff. I opened a dark web box and this happened. That's definitely clickbait. But yeah, Sonic the EXE. Yeah, there's all that stuff. See, this is the only guy that pops up pretty much.
In South Dakota.
Yeah, this is the disrupt. I like this guy.
Moving swiftly into Minnesota.
We're gonna copy. Yeah, we're gonna cover creepypastas next week on Saturday. And later on this week, I think we're gonna be live.
A mass exodus is taking place from one social media website to another. But there's still some survivors left.
I hate this light. I hate this light.
Album shares.
It's like, it looks good on me, but like, shit,
This
the
one
background.
doesn't look any different. The user is sent to a web page, and it's disguised in a code.
You know what? I should have gone through this shit.
But the last two letters reveal its true
.cn?
identity.
YouTube? Holy
They're
shit.
prompted to install a video player update. This unsuspecting computer is now a zombie.
Oh my god, I think I remember hearing of this. I think like this yeah, 2008. Fuck, 2008. I used to go to an elementary school that had like right. You couldn't get on YouTube, but like you know, I kept on hearing my teacher say something about like Adobe Flash Player and something going wrong with that. You know, clicking the wrong links and stuff like that. But YouTube wasn't even that popular then.
Connected
But
to
that
a
sounds
mesh
so
of other
familiar.
hafted machines spread all throughout the planet. A botnet known simply
Botnet.
as
Facebook. I'm just kidding. Base.
You are watching Disrupt TV.
Insane. Botnets are scary. Oh my god! It's not a joke. You are the whatever the fuck that symbol is. Claim your wings. Oh my god.
company announces a discovery.
Our team has discovered a new worm, NetW, which attacks Facebook and MySpace accounts. Yeah.
Typically, URLs are hosted on a single web server.
We at my school, my elementary school, we used to have this like social media for our school. I forget what it was called. It was like it was so weird because thinking back at it, I'm like, holy shit, we did. And like the best people had like a weird colored like frame on their social media or something like that. It was not MySpace. It was not Facebook. It was like a weird like district thing that was here in California. I don't know what it was called, but you can still look people up and they still pop up how they used to look like back in, I'd say like 4th grade, 3rd grade. And it's insane because they stopped using that website for a moment, but I'm not even sure if it's still up.
Through a single internet protocol address.
I used to share videos on there and stuff.
It's fairly easy
And
to
Flash
hunt
games
down
from
by
Newgrounds.
blocking the IP. But these URLs are utilizing a
Yeah.
technique known as fast flux. In a fast flux network, the IP address of the domain name is constantly switched out,
Yeah.
making it near impossible to find the core of the infection. Perfect for the first stage of self-propagation over the dates.
Yeah.
In this time period, we see variants appearing that are created from the original MySpace exploit. Target Skype. Target's Twitter.
Oh yeah. Is this URL real?
Way onto the Macintosh ecosystem.
Oh my god! You know what's even scarier?
Target Skype.
I clicked this type of bullshit. Oh my god, I'm so fucking dumb, dude. The other day, the fucking Indian propaganda was being spread around about how Xi Jinping was apparently like house arrested, but that was fake news, right? it was being spread by like this Indian news network, and I'm like, this isn't real. I click on it, dude. How the fuck do I have balls to click on that shit? I don't even check for like the HTTP. I'm just like, oh, this is a news network. Click it, right? Holy shit!
Makes its way onto the Macintosh ecosystem.
Yeah.
It spreads not
Holy-
only through social media messages, but right under our noses. An ordinary website.
Games cat.
You can download files from here. CubeFace covers the otherwise safe download button with an HTML iframe. This sends a PDF file to the user that, when opened, scans the computer.
Yeah.
It's searching for a file transfer protocol. If found, it will send out a message to the other bots, who will subsequently use the exploited username and password to make a new home within its victim. With each newly infected host, the botnet grows larger, creating a decentralized, untraceable network.
Let's search something up. In 2022, we have reported the largest HTTPS DDoS attack that we've mitigated. A 26 million requests per second attack. But okay, that's like a DDoS. Yeah. See, this is like a source to go and research probably.
Turns left.
Yeah, botnets are
right,
insane.
Goes up and goes down.
They just spread fucking links just to infect whoever the fuck they can.
With how to protect your computer, Dave.
Yeah, Ron, it's really scary how easily it can infect your computer. In fact,
Yeah, it's just clicking a link. You know, in the what is it, like 80s? At this point, 60, 70 years since computers have been around. The easiest and most common way of getting infected is still through fucking attachments and through hyperlinks. You know, nothing extra has appeared. Like, oh, you're connected to like McDonald's Wi-Fi. I guess just that, right? But like, like you know what I mean, right? Like, it's insane that it's still the same old like tactic. It'd be interesting to learn all the history and stuff. Disrupt TV, multiple stories, one video, yeah.
It's 1997, and the most popular website in the world is
Yahoo,
more
yeah.
than 17 million people
Yahoo's
use
like
the site
gone.
every month.
It was bought by Verizon and
Frontier, known
gutted.
as the internet.
I used to
But
use
at 7
Yahoo.
PM
Then I
on
swapped over
Monday,
to Google.
December 8th,
I used to use this other website too called Last Streets.
hijacked.
Yeah, but at school I used Firefox. Firefox,
Friends
they were right. It was secure. And nowadays I want to swap over to Firefox. I'm like this
Message
close to
reveals
making
that
the jump.
computer of every single person who's visited Yahoo in the past month has been infected with a worm. And on Christmas Day, in less than 3 weeks, the bomb will detonate and destroy millions of contaminated computer systems.
Okay, not like that, but like
Unless the hijacker's one demand is met.
yeah.
Anger
Free Kevin?
erupts, and over the following days, protests break out on the streets across the
Free
United
Kevin?
States. They set up camp outside federal courthouses, and from New York to California, people call into radio stations to cry out the phrase in real life and in video games.
Anything else to say? Yeah. Free Kevin.
It's now just
Oh
one
my
week
God.
until Christmas, and most are asking,
Who's Kevin? Yeah. Oh my god, wait. Hold on. Am I making this shit up in my head? Or I watched somebody who said there used to be like a reference, like who's Kevin or something like that. I don't think it was Gukajin, right? I don't think it was her. It was some random person I was watching some time ago.
he hoists
Maybe like a year or
himself
two.
up and looks through the bars on his windows.
Free Kevin. Oh my god, he's funny. Free Kevin. This is like the original chainmail, dude.
FBI agents. Authorities say he poses an even greater danger. Because with a single phone call, they say, he can dial into the NORAD and access the nuclear arsenal.
Holy shit. Okay, that is bad if that's possible, but I don't think it's all.
Kevin might only be an innocent prankster, or Kevin could be the world's most dangerous cyber terrorist. A man who has North America at his fingertips. To free or not to free? That is the question.
Yeah, that's so good. Dude, more people should watch this channel. Holy shit.
This is a Windows registry key. And this is that same Windows registry key modified.
Okay, let me explain here. 0 bits, 8, 10, 18, 20. So it goes like this, because this is in hexa, right? So, if I remember, you can't make anything of this. This is just the memory address. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 9E is number 7. B1 is 0. It goes from 0 to 7, from left to right. And B1 in hexa would be the plus or minus sign. BA would be the, I don't even know what that sign is. It looks like a degree underscore sign. 24 would be ASCII for the cash symbol. ASCII character. Where is the cache number? Well, it's 4. Yeah. Look, 2, 4, ASCII cache symbol right here. So, well, it's not hexadecimal per se, but you can see it that way, right? B1. If there is probably at some point there is, right? Oh yeah, and then this is 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is binary up here. There's a binary down here. It goes on and on and on. Yeah, it's interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, this goes from memory address 8. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. I don't know why this is still 10. But the point is, maybe it's like 8, right? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wait. I don't know. Well, that's 7. The apostrophe there is 7. Yeah, it's just stuff I'm trying to make out because this is what I'm going to study.
Windows registry key modified by KubeFace. This is that same Windows registry key modified by KubeFace.
Was the 25 the only thing added?
This is a Windows registry key.
Yeah, she's so hard.
And this is that same.
So, I don't even know. It's just gonna be like a number, literally.
Windows registry key modified by KubeFace. When a computer wants to connect to a website, it goes through a domain management system, or DNS. This is typically provided by an internet service provider. A VPN circumvents this by building its own bridge that handles the traffic toward whatever website the user types in. KubeFace is doing something similar, but instead of directing traffic to the website in its true form, it repaints road signs, changes GPS directions, and guides the user to wherever it pleases.
Yeah.
YouTube, Wikipedia, PayPal, all resolve to IP addresses deployed by the command and control center. This is how the Kube makes its
The monetization of Coopface,
Right
yeah.
there. When that user clicked the link, Coopface instantly shot his browser through a number of affiliate advertising networks. Instead of the machine sending HTTP GET to Google
Told you.
as it normally does, an
Holy
infected
shit.
machine sends HTTP GET to Coopface, who responds
Ooh.
with a list of affiliated links. It's only after receiving those links that the machine correctly sends HTTP GET to Google, who then returns with the legit results. The first result corresponds to the first affiliate
Pretty
link,
cool.
and when clicked, for just a brief moment, an advertisement. After that process, the used affiliate link is scrubbed, and a new one.
This was illegal. This became illegal because
These
like
systems may offer $2
yeah.
per 1,000 users that click the affiliate link. Multiply that by hundreds of thousands of infected bots across the planet, clicking links all day.
Yeah,
and at this
you
point,
are making money
Coopface's
for
command and
yourself.
Control center is passively pulling in.
Yeah. Holy shit! That is one smart ass and elaborate way to make money. So that botnet was just like a facet to make money. Holy shit. I thought it was just gonna be like malicious out of nowhere. Wow.
Victim may now notice that something feels off.
Mhm.
Their loading times are slower.
Yeah, they're slower.
Toolbars
Holy
keep
shit.
appearing out of nowhere.
Mhm.
And just in time, a helping hand
Yeah.
is offered. Similar to the Google search, a response is sent to Coop's command and control center. It responds with a list of antivirus software downloads.
Yeah.
Picks one and displays it on the desktop. After the user pays,
It gets money. Oh my god.
the PC remains infected, and command and control gets a
Holy shit. Dude, if I was a kid, because I got my crop top in 2011, I don't even know if I fucking fell for that or something like that. But I know at some point my fucking speeds for everything just, they were not good. At some point, random fucking toolbars were being downloaded on my shit. But then I reset all the computer by basically nuking everything, right?
We live in a world of bots.
Jesus. I was just thinking, like, to me, like, when I was a kid, what I would have done.
Soulless beings.
Probably been so dumb.
Alan Turing,
Yeah.
a 20th century mathematician, creates the Turing test. In the experiment, a human has a text-based conversation with a computer and another human.
Yeah.
If he can't tell who is the computer and who is the human, then the computer has passed the test. Now we've
Yeah.
flipped this. Instead
Yeah.
of us,
We can say we
humans
can
know
emulate
computers apart
themselves.
from humans.
Yeah.
Computer needs to figure out who's you
Yeah.
and who's me and who is its robot.
Oh, no, it's train complete. Never mind. Yeah. No, the train test, yeah.
So you are a robot?
No, my name is Cliverbert.
Yes, you are a robot and your name is Cliverbert.
I am a robot.
Yes, I know.
Together we are robots.
I'm not a robot. I'm a unicorn.
Charlie the Unicorn. Oh my god, what the most fucking. Doctors paid him. He found this one sponsor.
To spread
That picture's from MySpace, huh? That guy. Well, I forget
As
his
the
name.
infrastructure grows, it needs a way to create thousands of fake accounts to ensnarl thousands of more victims.
Yeah.
Completely
Captcha.
automated public Turing test to tell computers and humans apart. Normally,
I never knew that was the name.
An amateur bot
Pretty cool.
program, but Coopface has found a clever workaround. First, it sends the following command to Facebook. The login and password are encoded via an encrypted scheme that involves reading the letters, their corresponding
shit.
AC values, and comparing that to a successive string of numbers from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to
Onward,
encrypted
right?
becomes unencrypted. New account information is sent to the social media site. The social media site responds with another packet containing a blank bio, birthday, favorite books, activities. Coob autofills this with randomly generated info that feels just realistic enough.
Oh my god, he's just
the site
hijacking
allows
accounts.
for CAPTCHA. To circumvent this,
Or rather, making
CAPTCHA
accounts.
puzzle is mirrored to
Right.
the desktop of any individual in its bot army.
Hmm.
Two things happen.
Yeah.
Their screen is unlocked,
Hmm?
and and the CAPTCHA for the new minion is complete.
Yeah.
Coopface deploys this scheme a number of times. Millions of friend requests are sent across Facebook, and the army grows ever larger.
Rowling of Coopface. Holy shit.
Cyber investigators uncover an irregularity. The connection of interest is located on servers hosted by Coriax in the UK. The data flowing in and out of one of these servers matches observed data by Coopface. The command and control centers are wiped out, and the bots are left wandering without direction.
Holy shit.
Hundreds of new command and control centers appear, which ushers in Coopface's peak with an estimated
Yeah, and from here it's just gonna go downhill, right?
infected machines.
Guys, that's a lot.
The unraveling of Coopface is delivered through the very same websites it previously exploited. An Apache HTTP client is used to control files to and from a web server. For the most part, it can be functioned anonymously, unless a specific option is left untouched. This option will drop breadcrumbs that display to any visitor what type of files are being transferred to and from the botnet on the daily. This photo's metadata shows it was taken with an iPhone on September 15th, 2009. This is a daily backup of the Coopface command and control software.
Holy shit.
Inside, an IP stands out. This is programmed to automatically send a daily SMS update to 5 numbers. Updates that show exactly how much profit the network is pulling in. The number
Damn, I mean, he really just showed off the fucking code. Ay, ay, ay. Holy shit. That array looks nasty, dude. And, like, the worst part is they can just increase that little number right there. Oh, fuck that. That's not good at all.
send a daily SMS update to 5 numbers.
Ooh.
Updates that show exactly how much profit the network is pulling in. The numbers are searched. One is found.
I mean, if you use it for the wrong purposes, right?
License plate in full view. Another market, selling sphinxes. A name. Is registered on a number of websites. The same BMW is found on Flickr. Also,
Oh my gosh, so they look real.
found
Oh
email
my
addresses on
gosh.
the social media
These
page
fucking bot accounts, dude.
Mobsoft. The website is defunct, but the company details list in Anton K. Job listings. The numbers on it both match the PHP found in Coop.
But I am making sense of the situation
Cross-reference
properly,
with
right?
respective social media accounts. And here, they posted their vacation pictures publicly. Facebook doxes their full names and pictures.
Okay, never mind. No, they're real people then.
They are dubbed Alibaba 4. And now, in a rather anticlimactic peak, the
Alibaba, isn't that like the?
simply go offline.
That's not. I'm thinking of AliExpress, right? But Alibaba is also like a actual like
current day
shop,
and age.
right?
Coopface's original command and control center has never been reactivated. Alibaba and 4 are off the grid. And the zombie army remains dormant.
Yeah. For now. Yeah. I had a break. Dude, we're only halfway through this fucking video. Fucking chills, what the fuck? I'm gonna get my blanket. It's getting cold. Like, really cold.
I joined a bunch of phone freakers who are gathering for a party.
Finally, it's getting cold enough for me to
Something like
just
2
like
dozen people
show up, each one almost as much of a
Nerd as the worst of a ham radio enthusiast.
What are you saying?
The conversation inevitably gets around to one of my favorite targets, Cosmos, the Pacific telephone mission system that could bestow so much power on any freaker who could access it.
Freaker?
As we started talking, I realized the building that houses Cosmos is nearby. The guard is a young guy. I say, "Hey, how you doing? We're out late. I work here. I wanted to show my friends where I work." He says, "Sure, just sign in." Doesn't even ask for an ID. Smooth.
Oh, shit. Eric.
We've been calling departments and analyzing phone company operations for so long that we know exactly where the Cosmos employees work. Room 108. A folder on the wall holds up sheets of paper listing dial-up numbers for every wire center in Southern California. Armed with this list and login credentials, I'd have the ability to control any phone line in Pacific Telephone's Southern California service area.
Hello.
I can't believe our
That's a
luck.
fan right there.
We should have left then. But I spot a set of Cosmos manuals and the temptation is irresistible. I tell the guys, let's take the manuals to a copy shop, run off a copy for each of us, then return the manuals before people start coming back to work in the morning. It was the most stupid decision of my early life. We drive around looking for a copy shop but can't find one. It's 2 a.m. So I take the manuals home with me. But I have a bad feeling about them. So I throw it all in some trash bags and give them to my accomplice.
Tell him to throw them away or something.
Wow. Kevin Mitnick maintains the
An unknown
follow.
teenager has hacked a new network known as NORAD.
Yeah.
It's an organization that provides aerospace warning and protection for North America. And this kid infiltrated the system just to have a look around. The move is so bold that it inspires the film War Games.
Game? Or is it real?
Journalist John Markoff gets in touch with Kevin. He wants him to be part of his new book on hackers named Cyberpunk.
Okay.
He's gained a reputation as a master of social engineering. It's the art of deceiving people into sharing valuable and confidential information for fraudulent purposes.
Oh my god.
He's not interested in the money on offer. He wants
That is insane.
So he refuses to be.
You know, social engineering was something that was talked a lot about in my like elementary years, middle school years, and even like early high school years. But like now that I'm in college, like developing like software and shit like that, just like for my classes, you don't hear none of that. You don't hear the aspect of social engineering. You don't hear none of that. Like I believe like maybe that's like taught to like business students, but like holy shit. It's like social engineering, I feel like it's just kinda like missing nowadays. Like let's switch up like stuff on like social engineering. Let's see what comes up, like articles. Social engineering attacks in banking, yeah. Companies KPI, it's just all negative, right? Like there was a point where like people were like, "Oh, social engineering is good, right?" But like, I don't know. Like at least how it's like colored now. It's bad.
Of John Markoff. On a hot summer's day in LA, Kevin pulls out of the Stephen S. Wise Temple, where he works as a receptionist. In his rearview mirror, he thinks he sees a group of 3 men following him in a Ford Crown Victoria. He pulls a U-turn, and sure enough, they do the same. Kevin speeds down the I-405, and the car races after him. Suddenly, one of the men places a cop car flasher on the roof of the car, and now the sirens are crying out. Kevin pulls over. The officers rush
Holy
up.
shit. Where's the bomb?
Kevin is dragged out, handcuffed. His car is ransacked, but there's no signs of any bomb.
You're not gonna find it.
He's hauled to the station. The officers don't find a logic bomb, but they know about a crime Kevin committed. A friend Attorneys plead with a judge that his hacking is an addiction rather than criminal behavior. They say the young man needs help, not a prison cell.
When you hear all these bullshit like excuses on court, it's kind of funny. It's like his hacking's an addiction, man. He needs to keep on hacking. The hacking, the brilliance, it makes him happy, excited. He needs help for his twisted way. Like I just imagine some fucking bullshit excuse like that being like roused up, right?
He's a veteran
Ruffled or
of
whatever.
deception. The judge agrees and orders that Kevin serve his sentence in a halfway house for those with compulsive disorders. Kevin laughs as he's listening to the ruling.
Hell, like the yellow watermelon. Oh my, stop here.
System, and now he deceives
Each
the judge
100.
thinking that he is
The yellow watermelon is like something I haven't seen. Stores here in the news.
It's a few weeks until supervised release ends, and the demon on his shoulder is whispering. He starts learning about Pacific Bell, a telephone company based in California. An idea appears. If he gets caught, he'll be sent to jail, but if he doesn't, then he'd have fooled the authorities right under their noses. Soon, he has all the passwords and credentials he needs to take control of the company's voicemails. Kevin is on the run for 2 years. He loses 100 pounds. When he learns that how a criminal walks is the #1 way they're recognized, he puts pebbles in his shoes to change his stride. He uses over a dozen different names. His favorite is Eric Wise.
He lost 100 pounds? Holy fuck. That's a dramatic lifestyle change, dude. Like, fuck.
He begins a crime spree that infiltrates the world's
Yeah,
biggest.
like, just put shit like that. I imagine this guy's like a Houdini, you know what I mean?
He begins a crime spree that infiltrates the world's biggest companies,
Holy
Nokia.
crap.
The companies say the damage from the hacks totals. Kevin sips his
Yeah,
coffee
so this is
as
the
he
true
reads
crime
the
aspect, right? That I wanted to show.
Suddenly, a chill passes down his spine. FBI agents take their positions outside the house in California. They see their target sitting inside. Burst in and draw their weapons, and the man denies that he's Kevin Mitnick. He's a Middle Eastern immigrant. Doesn't even own a computer. More than
Yeah, that's
2,000
bad.
kilometers away in Seattle, Kevin throws his paper to the ground. His name emblazoned on the front page of the New York Times.
Like, doesn't he go to
Kevin
Mexico?
is
What the
adamant
fuck?
The stories in the articles are lies. He never hacked into NORAD or wiretapped the NSA. But if you believe Kevin,
Yeah.
then you shouldn't trust anything you've heard so far about Kevin. He takes on mythical status overnight. The little-known prankster is now public enemy #1 of cyberspace. Kevin walks
Yeah.
the streets of Seattle in a daze. Many of the passing faces on the
So
sidewalk
the two stories you presented are like Two-Face and Kevin's story, I get, right? I guess. Right. So in the case of Two-Face, I guess they were making a botnet, right? Like an entire army of bots that would just spread these links. So you click on them, and then you become part of the botnet, and then you basically become like a money scheme for them, or a way to make money off of you. And in Two-Face's case, they were successful until like they were pretty much they weren't caught. This guy was caught, right? Until like can you explain it? Right? Pretty much successful until like this scheme kind of like got caught or found out. You know what I mean?
feels his heart beginning to thump.
Yeah.
No one seems
Oh,
to know
this
the
guy
helicopter, but they
is
do.
actually like on the run, like hacking and
Into the courtyard
fucking
of a
trolling, I
apartment
guess.
complex and uses the tall trees as cover, peering through the leaves. Kevin tosses a package into the bushes and bursts into a full-on sprint. He gets away. But from what?
Yeah. So many hackers called Kevin. What the fuck? Kevin, the guy that got arrested for hacking UC Berkeley or whatever.
One of
No,
America's
that was a
top
different guy.
security experts is finalizing plans to leave for a ski vacation.
No, was it? No. I don't. My memory's like the goldfish
His own
memory.
computer is hacked. His phone rings.
Goldfish is-
Your security technique will be defeated. Your technique is no good.
To someone like him, the attack and subsequent taunts are an act of war.
Yeah. Yeah.
He sets up a series of stealth monitoring posts and creates his own software to track the hacker. He waits in silence until the alarm is triggered. He traces the intruder to a
My
computer
gosh,
modem
it's triggered.
connected to a cellular telephone somewhere on the East Coast. A man steps out onto his balcony in Raleigh, North Carolina, when suddenly a chill passes down his spine. The FBI agents take their positions outside the house.
Yeah.
They see their target sitting inside. Journalist John Markoff watches from the street. The agents burst in and draw their weapons, but find nothing.
Yeah.
The man furiously denies that he's Kevin Mitnick. He's so convincing, the FBI agents are about to leave.
Until?
But then, an agent notices an old ski jacket in the cupboard. He empties the pockets, and out falls a pay stub. Legacy Media pitches up their circus tents outside.
Holy shit.
Kevin shares one large holding cell with 6
And
other
damn, CNN being called Legacy Media. Oh my god.
He doesn't eat for 2 days because the food isn't kosher.
Damn.
Inside, all eyes are fixed on the defendant. Kevin is charged with 14 counts of wire fraud, 8 counts of possession of unauthorized access devices, interception of wire or electronic communications, and causing damage to a computer. When Kevin is led away from the court, Tsutomu calls out from the front row. Kevin looks back at his nemesis.
Things go okay for
One
you.
man who finally saw through the lies and deceptions to find him. He nods, says nothing, and walks away. His appeals for bail are churned down by every single court in the U.S.,
Yeah.
including the Supreme. Kevin says the beefed up charges are an injustice, and his treatment is a denial of his constitutional rights. But why won't anyone believe him? He has one last idea. But then, a group of officers storm into the cell and throw him into solitary confinement.
Might change a lot of things in a negative way. I mean, he's trying so hard to get it.
So this is why the free Kevin thing started, huh? Interesting. Now they're taking time bomb.
Christmas Day passes without incident.
Yeah.
The hack on Yahoo was a hoax carried out by members of the Free Phone movement. There was no logic bomb. After 4 years of prison and solitary confinement, Kevin pleads guilty to 4 counts of wire fraud, 2 counts of computer fraud, and 1 count of illegally intercepting a wire communication.
I didn't think of the consequences when I was engaging in this behavior. I just did it. I'd copy the code, store it on a computer, and go right on to the next without even reading the code. Interesting. You know, and that's a complete different motivation of somebody who's really out for financial gain or foreign country or a competitor trying to obtain, information like economic espionage, for instance.
You know, I hate to suggest a waste of your talent, but as I listen to you, I think you'd make a great lawyer.
Well, I don't know if you're convicted of a felony if they'd allow you to be admitted to the bar.
Kevin Mitnick is released from prison
Holy shit.
for nearly 5 years.
Nice.
When Kevin was on his crime spree, his hacking exploits seemed like mythology to the outside world. But by the time the sun hits his face, the world needs his skills. So, soon after his release, he testifies before the Senate and advises on how to better protect computer systems from attacks.
That's good. No, look at him before and after. Holy shit, he really did change. Damn. Yeah, and White Hat Hacker now. Nice.
So I really like Sleep, and the thing that I do like about Sleep is that it's an
We're gonna visit No Sleep. I'm just kidding. R slash no
reality.
sleep.
Nothing is impossible in sleep.
I just wanna go like this.
When you dream,
But then
you
I'm like,
fly,
how am I gonna fucking run my computer?
and you can also die. You can laugh,
Like, oh
you
my
can
God.
cry, you
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
sing, but you won't notice a thing because you're asleep. I feel like sleep is a transportation to a new world.
Uh-huh.
for
Who's
8
this guy
billion hours, maybe
talking?
Even more. So,
Uh-huh.
sleep is very nice to have. I feel like it's a privilege because some other people they don't.
Yeah, they don't have that much.
Access to sleep because of things like insomnia. So
Yeah.
I feel like you should never take sleep for granted because if you stay up,
Yeah. And who knows? There is such a thing as
for a long
indulging in
time,
too
so
much sleep.
sleep is very good for the
Because you
body,
know it's called death.
and it's awesome.
Like yeah, as dark as that sounds. And then there's like lethargy and stuff like actually. Minecraft's deadly as hacker. Okay, like I'm not gonna watch that one next. But I'm gonna be after all this. But here is now where we're gonna get into, like, I guess, like learning about stuff. This is more story oriented, right? So it's not gonna be like fake or something. I don't know. I want to say fake, but it's not true. It's probably gonna be like actual. This one is actual informational stuff probably. So let's watch Vice. A hacker shares his biggest fears. Informer.
When I was hacking, if I wanted to gain access to a secure company, I wouldn't go kick the front door down. I would target people I know who have access, who I
Yeah.
know bring personal devices into a building, or who do things that are adjacent to the sensitive stuff, and I would then work my way up. The kind of things that are vulnerable to ransomware attacks is literally everything
Yeah.
that is connected to anything. In the old days,
Internet of
for a
Things.
country to cause disruption to a country as big as the United States, you'd need millions and
Yeah,
millions of
of
dollars
people.
worth of investment to do something. But today,
Yeah, you just
need
need
a
one
few
thing,
$1,000 and a laptop and a couple of smart hackers to write some code and send something out. Traditionally, a black hat hacker is one who is not bound by any kind of ethical code, willing to break
Yeah.
the law, and is in it for specifically his own purposes. I, at one time, considered myself a black hat and changed to a white hat. White hats tend to be hackers who are bound by an ethical code, who try to do things to improve the greater good, and who are bound by the law. So I look for vulnerabilities in systems that haven't been scrutinized before, that may represent significant risk. But I also do things like hunt the criminals who are targeting hospitals or who are targeting the businesses that I'm looking out for. So by looking at the attacks that take place, by understanding the infrastructure that's used by the criminals, I can work out where they're coming from. The vast majority of hacking is staring at code and understanding how sites are put together and how things work.
Yeah.
And then working out how you can subvert that process to take control of it. So ransomware is an attack technique that's been around for decades. Modern ransomware is usually a piece of malware that gets into your system, encrypts all of your data, and then holds
And then
that
you have to
hostage,
buy it. Yeah. You have to
demanding
buy
that
it back,
you contact the gangs
or
that
you
are
just have to
operating it,
find a way to like
paying
get it out.
them in some form of currency before they'll give you the key that decrypts your data and gives it back to you. The challenge is it's not a scenario where you want to say, well, why don't we stop people from paying them? Because ultimately, you have to protect the victims. I've watched hospitals get encrypted, and
Yeah, it's
people are left
horrible.
with a choice.
No,
Do
like
I
WannaCry.
pay to decrypt the data, or do I
WannaCry did that,
destroy it?
right? It was a horrible fucking situation, and was damning for like certain like people. It literally killed them because the hospital didn't have like enough resources or enough money or funding, or like it just stopped like generators from turning on and stuff.
Over the last year, we've definitely seen a significant
certain hospitals, right?
acceleration in ransomware, and I think that's because.
Remember, if not, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like, it's so horrible.
Ransomware was charging hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands of dollars for individual targets. The bigger payouts that we're talking about now are easily into the tens of million.
It's grown
most recent
exponentially.
Attack, they offered $70 million for the campaign key, which is the key that would have unlocked every single computer encrypted during that attack.
Yeah.
So we're talking high stakes games here. You have nation state actors who are basically doing what they need to do because the nation state that they are employed by wants them to do it. There are financially motivated criminals who are looking for whatever way that they can cash out. There are some people who just want to see the world burn, and those are destructive attackers who will go after systems just because they want to cause disruption. You see the usual names like Russia and China being thrown around.
But it's also the US.
Smaller countries like Iran and North Korea being involved. But the fact is, every single country has some reason
to have some
weaponize these kinds of attacks. And the less scrupulous countries are the ones who are using it right now because it's the perfect form of asymmetric warfare. I've seen routine engagement from pretty much all of the major Western governments in coming to my community to seek help. There is no one better equipped at dealing with these threats, at understanding these threats, than the people who grew up in the community, hackers. I think one of the things that we have learned this year is that we're not very good at understanding which systems are the ones that are most painful when they get encrypted. No one would have thought that a ransomware attack against someone like the Colonial Pipeline would cripple large amounts of the United States, but it did because the supply chain dependency on that fuel caused a cascade.
And see, I guess, what happened with the first worm, right? Where like it was supposed to be a test as to how many people were on the internet. In essence, that idea wasn't a bad idea, but the execution was horrible, right? And actually crippled the US a little bit when it came to like breaking out news, stuff like that. As we learned right now, right? And here, for example, it shut down like gas stations for parts of the U.S. Well, it was horrible, really bad. The Pacific gas line, right? Yeah, that definitely fucked up people's lives, and it's important to, I guess, ever so often just test the metrics of like how the internet is, how healthy it is, in my opinion, as a whole. Maybe in portions, you know what I mean? I feel like that would be important to maybe have out there because at the end of the day, there needs to be some sort of metrics, some sort of people that are investigating all this stuff in order to, I guess, move on as a globalized society. But even then, that's utopic in thought because now all their globalized supply chains and stuff have broken down. And, with Russia and Ukraine, other countries like ours and China, right? Or kind of like not meshing anymore, right? They seem to be rifting apart ever so fast.
Problem throughout the whole of the US. Recently, we saw attack against a company that supplies a lot of security providers, and it happened because of a vulnerability that was in the process of being fixed. It's challenging to deal with a situation where the bad guys are essentially moving faster than the good guys. The nature of the problem is that the advantage is always with the bad guy. Currently, we are mostly
they're the person that gets to
react until somebody makes a mistake and somebody creates enough noise for us to hear about it and react to it. There's a new economic marketplace now called the Initial Access Broker Market. These are people who sell compromised access to companies for the purpose of somebody else going in and using it to monetize it.
Shit.
This is only going to get bigger, and I don't think we have to worry too much about our nuclear arsenal being taken over
Yeah.
movie style and used against us. But I do think we have to worry about things like major impacts to financial markets or potential impacts to things like electricity production
Yeah.
facilities.
That is horrible, right? Being a Facebook moderator. What the fuck is this? Who's a Facebook moderator, dude? He's just like, yeah, let me be a Facebook moderator. You know, it's 15 million views, so hopefully they don't use. I haven't. That Vice video was pretty. This one
Subscribe
I've never
right
seen,
now,
right?
or this spider will crawl on your face.
It's
when
like
you're
it for now,
sleeping.
though.
No matter the color of their hat, hackers are a dangerous force to
Yeah.
reckon with. They can target bank information, PIN numbers, passwords, but they also can stroke mayhem by hacking into the most secure places like NASA and the FBI.
Yeah.
Sometimes to find traces of ET, and
Oh my
sometimes to
God.
leak exotic pictures of celebrities on the internet.
Shut up. They better
Here are
not
the
show shit. It's 2020, man.
top 10 most
No, dude. Oh my god. I remember the World of Lists was so fucking crazy. At some point, there was like a list on like celebrity scandals, I think by top 15s or something like that, or I forget the channel name. Top 10s or something like that. And I think they were showing like a boob or two or something. Oh, no, we got taken down like a year or two later.
dangerous hackers in the world. Number 10,
I say.
Jonathan James.
I'm just like, no. Like, I don't want to see that
June
shit
and
on
October of
YouTube.
1999,
I'm traumatized,
one of the
dude.
most incredible episodes in
As
the
a
history
kid,
of computer crimes was
yeah,
carried
I'm
out.
like, this is
The
not
most
what I would go on
fascinating part of
YouTube
it
for.
all was that a 15-year-old teen was behind all of them. Jonathan James, who operated under the pseudonym
Recently,
of
there was a
Tommy,
hacker that hacked
is
the
considered one of the
GTA
greatest
servers,
hackers
or
in
no,
history,
the hacked
thanks to his
Rockstar and
great
got like
ability
GTA
to
6,
access
right?
private systems for
Rather that, well,
He
yeah,
was the
he
first
had it,
juvenile to be
but like he
convicted
like
and jailed
released
for hacking
stuff.
in the United States.
What's that good?
Starting at 15, he hacked into Bell South, the Miami-Dade school system, NASA, and the Department of Defense, and stole software.
I like how he says it, NASA,
$1.7 million
NASA,
from the government.
NASA.
That caused the agency
NASA.
to shut down their systems for
I
21
can't
days.
say it. It was like my
Cost
accent
them
was
$41,000
NASA.
in
Okay,
repairs
there we
and
go.
losses.
NASA.
That was nothing compared to what was actually in the software. It had the source code that controlled critical elements of survival within the International Space Station. It was such a big deal that had he sold it to an enemy country, he would have made millions of dollars. He was sentenced to 6 months of house arrest and probation until he turned 18. In 2007, the Secret Service investigated James of a crime he didn't commit. Out of fear of being prosecuted, James committed suicide himself in his shower in May of 2008.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck.
Cool.
It really works.
Number 9, Matthew Bevan and Richard Price. This British hacking duo took the U.S. government for a ride when they attacked the Pentagon's network for several weeks in 1994. It all
I haven't heard of
started
this
when
one, though.
Richard Price became friends with Matthew Bevan and instantly
There was a
started IRA.
rise in like big
Now,
cybercrime in the
normally a mentor
90s, huh?
is supposed to take you under their care and show you the meaning of the world, but Bevan had darker plans for Price, much darker. They copied battlefield simulations from Griffiths Air Force Base
Oh
in New
shit,
York,
that's bad.
intercepted messages from U.S. agents in North Korea, and got access to a Korean nuclear facility. Price was 16 years old then, and Bevan was 21. The hacking attacks were especially troublesome for the U.S. government because they couldn't tell if the duo was using their system to hack into South or North Korea. If it were North Korea, the attacks could have been seen as an act of war.
Yeah.
Luckily, South Korea was the hackers' target, and after an international investigation, they were arrested in the following year. They are also famous for their attacks on NATO and NASA. Number 8, Edward Majersik.
Oh fuck.
If
That
you've
looks
been
like
on the
he's like
internet for
in
some
it
time,
only for the money.
You probably remember the huge scandal Celebgate. For the curious minds hearing that term for the first time, yes, it was named after the Watergate scandal. Edward Majersik had orchestrated the whole thing and was behind the release of nude pictures of many celebrities, including the Hunger Games
Oh
star
my God,
Jennifer
see?
Lawrence. he engaged in a phishing scheme from November 2013 to August of 2014 to obtain usernames and passwords for his victims. He sent emails to them that appeared to be from security accounts of internet service providers that directed them to a website that would collect their information. After they responded by entering their usernames and passwords at that site, he illegally gained access to their iCloud and Gmail accounts. It was for his personal use, but the pictures were released to the world and they still remain on the internet. As for Edward, he was sentenced to 9 months in prison after he pled guilty. Number 7, Gary McKinnon.
These guys look weird. I don't know, they all look weird faces.
The hunt for E.T. led this mastermind, also known as Solo, to commit one of the largest cyber attacks on a military system in history. Gary McKinnon hacked nearly 100 American military and NASA servers from February 2001 to March of 2002. What's even crazier is he did it all from his girlfriend's aunt's house in London. He managed to delete sensitive data, software, and files, and the U.S. government spent over $700,000 to recover from the damage. He taunted the military while he was at it, posting this message to their website. Your security system is crap. I am Solo. I will continue to disrupt at the highest levels. McKinnon is an interesting guy. While hacking NASA, he purposely looked for files that contained evidence of extraterrestrials. He even found filtered and unfiltered, processed and unprocessed files that included the names of non-terrestrial officers, but they never made their way to the internet. He currently still lives in Britain. Number 6, Guardian of Peace.
Guardian of Peace? Sounds like a cult, oh my god.
Normally, the name Guardian of Peace should be guarding stuff, not stealing and causing havoc between countries. But that wasn't the case for a notorious hacker group. In late November of 2014, Sony Pictures Entertainment was about to release the controversial movie The Interview, in which the plot involves the death of Kim Jong-un. Before the movie was released, Sony was hacked by a group calling itself the Guardians of Peace. The hackers, who were widely believed to be working in at least some capacity with North Korea, stole huge amounts of information off of Sony's network and displayed a scary image of demands. They also posted 5 Sony movies, out of which 4 were unreleased, to file sharing.
That was really fucking
They
funny.
also leaked thousands of confidential documents, everything from a private correspondence
Hacked
among
by
Sony
hashtag
executives to
GOP.
salary and performance data about Sony employees. They even threatened to commit terrorist attacks if the film
that's
was
horrible.
released anywhere. Even though nothing violent took place, the hacker group was never found. Number 5, Karl Koch. Hackers these days are famous for leaking pictures of celebrities, but back in the 70s and 80s, computer hackers were responsible for leaking and selling information relating to the Cold War. Such was the case for Karl Koch, who was part of a group called the Chaos Computer Club. Doesn't that
That was a weird bridge, dude. This guy's onto
The
something.
club was responsible for
Had
attacks
something
on
with
American
those celebrities.
agencies like NASA, as always, Chief of Staff's Desk Bank, and even the Max Planck Institute for Nuclear Physics. They stole information and source codes from the servers and sold them to the KGB. In May of 1989, Karl Koch was found dead under suspicious circumstances. He was actually burned alive, but his death was ruled as a suicide. Reports later said that the KGB or the German state were behind his death to avoid further cooperation. Number 4, Kevin Mitnick.
He was burned. Holy fuck.
Despite being denied access to a telephone upon arrest for fear he'd launch nuclear war by whistling a code, the world's most wanted cyber criminal in 1995, Kevin Mitnick, never used his stolen information for financial gain or to cause any harm. He didn't refer to what he was doing as hacking. Instead, he liked to call it social engineering. When Kevin was 15, he learned how to bypass the punch card system for Los Angeles city buses. Later, he graduated to the big time by breaking into the networks of Pacific Bell, Nokia, IBM, Motorola, and a few other companies. He was arrested in 1995, and after serving 12 months in prison, he continued hacking and went on the run for almost 3 years using cloned cell phones to hide his location.
Cloned cell phones,
He was again sentenced to prison for 4 years in 1999 and was the most
This is the guy we
wanted
just got to
computer
learn about,
criminal
right?
in the country at the time.
Like the
Now
anonymous
he's a
thing.
white hat security consultant and is the author of 2 books.
Mhm.
Number 3, Albert Gonzalez. The son of Cuban refugees, 12-year-old Gonzalez purchased his first PC with his own money. Within 2 years, he managed to hack into NASA, prompting a visit by FBI agents to
Oh
his
my
South
God.
Miami high school. At just 28 years old, Albert Gonzalez had
Well, that's
amassed
like,
a
I mean,
fortune from his
you would imagine NASA would want to hire him or something.
Operation Get Rich or Die Trying. He stole more than 180 million payment card accounts from
But
companies.
again, I guess NASA's more like, you know,
Dave and Buster's
rockets and
and
stuff,
Boston
right?
Market. Using a basic SQL injection, this famous hacker and his team created backdoors in several corporate networks, stealing an estimated $256 million from TJX alone. During his sentencing in 2015, the federal prosecutor called Gonzalez's human victimization unparalleled. He
Yeah.
also famously buried $1 million in his parents' backyard.
Holy shit, that's
And
a lot
with
of
that,
money.
It's now time for today's subscriber pick.
Okay.
Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online
Oh,
and
that's
know more
it, yeah.
details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. Number 2.
Oh, never mind. Subscriber pick, okay.
Cale Gamble, who used to be known online as Kraka, was the most prominent member of the hacking group Crackers with Attitude, or CWA.
That sounds racist. I don't know.
2016, Gamble wreaked havoc by hacking into the personal accounts of several U.S. government
It's like
officials,
mist
including
forming
the
on
email
my
account
mirror.
of CIA Director John Brennan and the home internet account
More
of
like
the Director of
like
National
water,
Intelligence James Clapper,
like dude,
as well as several U.S. government portals and tools.
or like
At the time,
moisture.
Gamble was
That's
just
the word.
15 years old. He was eventually arrested and sentenced to 2 years in prison.
Yeah,
Even
that's what you
after his
get.
release,
I'm just kidding.
Gamble was not allowed to use a
Yeah, I know.
computer and was banned from using anything that connected to the internet for a year.
Mm-hmm.
He is now a free man and has been working on setting himself up to start a career in the cybersecurity industry.
Yeah.
Number 1, Astra. This hacker differs from the others on this list, as he has never been publicly identified. Going by the name of Astra, he was apprehended by authorities in 2008, and at that time, he was identified as a 58-year-old Greek mathematician. Reportedly, he had been hacking
Interesting.
into the Dassault Group for almost half a decade. During that time, he stole cutting-edge weapons technology software
And sold it to,
data which
other
he then
companies?
sold to 250 individuals around the world.
Okay.
His hacking cost the Dassault Group $360 million.
Yeah, that's a
in
lot.
damages.
Holy
He was
shit.
sentenced to 6 years in prison. No one knows why his complete identity has never been revealed, but the word Astra is a Sanskrit word for weapon. Have you
Yeah.
ever hacked anything? Let us know in the comments.
Is that why Astrim from Fire Emblem is called Astrim? I'm just kidding. I mean, there's that like the art Astra, right? Is it just really like weapon? Is that what it means? Like Sanskrit? I think I used weapon, the art of weapon. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see what else we have. Ugh. I hope I don't already know, right? Be a little slow today. So here is where we now move to like the more like chat line you like watching the most, rather listening to the most. And this is Mr. Nightmare, right? Did I like the last video? This was 50 AM videos, by the way. The first one was Simpler. And yeah, we watched Vice a moment ago. Cool. So yeah, these are 3 disturbing true hacker stories. I don't know how he's gonna spin the true part, but I'd assume, hopefully, it's like real stuff and not like he hacked my computer. Out of nowhere, Sonic.exe came after me, and from then on, I always heard the Lavender Town Syndrome music. Oh God, I hear that mess every single day, and it gets me so bored. I don't know, something like that. Could not be anything like that. Yeah. After this one is gonna be the Minecraft.
Back when I was 17, my friend told me about
Shit,
this
that's
deep
low.
drug website called Dream Market. It was where he bought things like weed and Adderall. He had what he referred to as a trusted dealer, whose information he sent me to buy from.
This is like
I
the.
don't condone doing anything.
You know, there was one more. What's his name? Barely Sociable. But we've watched this one before. Silk Road. That's what it's called. Oh, he finally made another video. He got DMCA'd by the music industry. Still in iPhones end up here. Oh, we can watch that one next. It's probably not gonna be like cyber related, but it's gonna be a hell of a lot better than like these two, right?
Thing like this. I was simply just young and stupid. I thought buying Adderall would help me
Oh my
with my
god, no,
senior
he's gonna get
projects.
fucking caught by the FBI.
Anyway, I went about doing that. However, this purchase made me intrigued to continue browsing Dream Market and seeing what
And
else
rightfully
one could
so,
buy.
too.
And
I
saw
don't
this range
condone
from
the
counterfeit
use
bills to real guns.
or
This got me
buying
more
of drugs at
interested in
all.
More of the deep web. I found some link somewhere on Dream Market that led to, I guess, what was a drug chat room.
Oh,
Because
that-
there was
that's a
lot of
fake
people
website
seemingly
picture.
advertising the drugs they were selling and their rates. I found it
Please tell me
interesting.
these are like.
Some people would post random .onion links, and I clicked on one. It brought me to a black page with the title Home Base at top in large text. Underneath were a bunch of other random links. I clicked on a bunch of them. Most never loaded, probably being dead links. A couple loaded. One was another chat room. This one didn't have a title. There were like 3 usernames signed into the room, all random looking, just like the assortment of random letters I inputted just because I didn't care. The chat's previous history showed. A few people were talking in another language. Then another guy was typing in English. That guy was still in the chat room. And actually, before I typed anything, he typed yo directed at me. I typed yo back. He said, "What you looking for?"
It's a dark
I
web
typed
story.
back, "I don't know, LOL." He asked how I found that link, and I told him just from some site called Home Base. I asked if he had any cool links, as it was my first time on the deep web. He typed
Oh
back,
yeah, I told you,
"LOL," and sent a
Oh my
link.
god.
He
Not
didn't
a
say
hacker story. This is
anything
a deep
else.
web story.
I clicked the link, and it took a little while to load the page. It loaded the black background first, then a little text box near the bottom, and the last thing that loaded was a video. At first I thought it was like a pausable video, but it looked to be some kind of live streaming video.
Oh my god.
The video was black and white, and it was of a dark room with some mannequin-looking thing sitting in a wooden chair. There was this grainy effect to the footage that made it feel more surreal and unnerving.
This is a story earlier in the year that we heard about something about the deep web and a woman getting
There was
tortured.
some kind of movie
It's
jump
horrible,
scare.
horrible.
I thought was a mannequin in that chair.
It was a
suddenly jumped
creepypasta,
up and
though.
sprinted towards the camera, and a loud, staticky screaming sound accompanied it. The apparent porcelain mask that the person was wearing was so close up on the camera at that point that all I could see was black. I went back to the chat and asked that guy what the hell this was. He replied, "Just keep watching, LOL." And then he
Oh my
left the
God.
chat. I went back to the other tab, and the video or live stream window was gone. It was now just a blank screen with a text box on the bottom. The text box didn't let me
Anonymous?
type anything though. My Tor browser window suddenly closed without my doing. Then a deep, raspy voice was coming from my speakers. It was someone obviously trying to disguise their voice. The voice said my first name and claimed they had all my files. Then the webcam window popped up and I saw my face on the screen. I turned off my laptop and went to the Geek Squad at Best Buy where I bought the computer. The guy I spoke to's guess was that he was able to
A
sign up with
fucking
the basic
random
info of my
ass
computer
app
like
just
my
opened
account
up, and I'm like, oh
He
my
recommended
god.
I factory reset
I'm
the
like, my
computer.
hacker
He helped me with the
finally fucking
process.
came
I
while I
didn't
was
have anything I was
streaming.
worried about losing on there anyway. It was a relatively new
I'm just kidding.
computer.
My FBI
If
agent.
you're ever on the deep web, I heavily recommend using some kind of VPN, even for the alleged safe websites. I'm 24 years old, and I'm from a small town called Yarmouth in Nova Scotia, Canada. I keep my social circle very small, just my few friends and my coworkers really. I mentioned that as a point in saying I don't really know anyone who would be out to get me in any way. I browse Reddit a lot in my free time. I'm an active poster. There was this one night when I pulled up Reddit on my browser out of boredom that I had a new message. Not unusual, as I'd have people messaging me in reference to my posts quite often. It was a message request from some random account, a now deleted username. The message said, check your email, your spam folder specifically. I replied back, huh? Why, who's this? In the meantime, I opened up my Gmail and went to the spam folder. There was one email that stuck out from the rest, titled in all caps, I know who you are. I opened the email and it was basically a paragraph full of my personal information, including my full name, my Reddit password, my home address, along with threats. Basically, whoever sent the email was asking for a one-time payment of $5,000 through Bitcoin to a specific Bitcoin wallet address. My heart was basically in my throat. I had that terrible feeling.
Oh my
of
god, like,
helplessness,
okay, yeah,
like
y'all
the
want my
entire
favorite
world
info,
was
like,
collapsing in on
go
me.
fucking do something
The
else.
first thing I did was cover my webcam with a piece of tape.
Dude.
Secondly, I went
That's like
back to
lame.
Reddit to see if the
Identity
user had
theft is
answered my
like the
message.
lamest,
They did not.
lowest thing you can
I went to
fucking
report the
do.
account on Reddit as
Like,
quick as I could.
you know what I
as
mean?
if that would even do
Like,
anything, though.
fuck that.
I replied to the email, copy-pasting the exact message I sent to the Reddit account, asking who this was, how they got that information, and if this was a prank. I got an email back around 5 minutes later, in all capitals, saying, no, it's not a prank. We have all your information, including where you live. So your best course of action is to do as we say, and you'll never hear from us again. Obviously, I was not going to shell out $5,000. I don't even make a lot of money to begin with. I contacted all of my friends, asking if it was any of them.
It was in
They
Bitcoins.
begged me
It's
then to
not
just go
$5,000.
now before I call the police. None of them admitted to it. So given that I threatened calling the police, I knew it wasn't any of them. I tried to think of anyone at work who might have issues with me, but really I get along with everyone at work. I chalked it up to my password
Sophie
somehow
thought,
being
I'm
stolen
kidding.
by malware or a hacker, and through that they somehow got the rest of my information. The main question was, do I pay the money? And that was absolutely not happening.
Don't
I
pay the
forced
fucking
myself
money.
to go to sleep and left my laptop off the whole next day. I used my desktop instead after getting home from work. I didn't sign into Reddit or anything though. I did, however, change my password on all other websites. and
Yeah,
apps
that's
on my
good.
phone. I finally signed into my laptop.
Not
late
this,
that
don't
night
use the
because
same
I was
password
just
though.
so
Use
bored and
different ones, you know.
Curious but nervous to see if anything had changed and if I'd gotten any new emails. I signed on and everything on my computer still looked normal. So I went to Reddit and saw the user who messaged me was now deleted. So I went to a subreddit which talked about computer hackers and scams and such, and I posted my experience. At some point, I noticed the taskbar at the bottom of the screen turned darker. Curious, I minimized all my windows, and my desktop wallpaper was different. I knew right away what it was though. I recognized the outside of my bedroom window. The white frame of the outside windowsill was in the picture, and the flash of the camera also caught me laying in my bed sleeping. Some seconds later, a
That's
pop-up
not
window
right.
appeared along with the Windows error
That's
sound.
not good at all.
Inside the pop-up error window was a message saying the word pay with a winking face following it. I closed my laptop screen and forced the
Hell
computer
no.
off by holding the power button. I also pulled
That's
my
not
blinds
cool.
down and called my parents. It was still early enough to do so. I told my dad over the phone that some hacker had my info, and he came right over with his truck to help me load any valuables I could think of into his truck to stay with them for a while. Before we drove off from my apartment,
Leave the fucking
Dad
computer
yelled
there.
like a madman into the night sky, basically threatening whoever was hacking me. It was definitely a scene, but I was too preoccupied with worry to be embarrassed by it. I stayed with my parents for weeks and used my mom's computer when needed. I blocked that email address that sent me the original email. I finally got back to my apartment a few days ago. I'm still scared every night to hear a knock at my window or get another threatening email. I haven't brought it to the police yet, as I'm hoping it's all just a bluff still to get me to pay. I'm also hoping it's over and that they've given up.
Wait, you said they didn't bring it up to the police? Motherfucker, go to the police! You need to document this stuff!
My name is Miranda. I'm 25. I've had my share of experiences with stalkers and men harassing me. Social media has made that far too easy these days. I once got a suspicious email that I should have known better than to open. It was asking me to click a link to some random page because I was being sued by some random company. I clicked the link,
Okay.
and soon after that, my computer started acting
You know,
like
but these are real things, you know. Like, so
Even
you're a
after
company
restarting it
owner or a
multiple
business
times,
owner.
it
You're
was
like,
just
what?
laggy and slow, and random sound effects would play once in a while. I was certain my computer had a virus,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure to what extent it would go just yet. The next day, I had a bunch of friends texting me what's up with that Instagram post and asking if I was the one who even posted it. I panicked and opened Instagram, but I was logged out of my account. Someone was hacking me. This confirmed it. If they had my Instagram password, I had no idea what else they
I
could have.
download some suspicious
Apparently, the
ass
picture
thing. I
posted
change
on
my passwords for
Instagram was some
everything.
stupid cartoon meme. It was extremely embarrassing. Minutes of freaking out later, my Snapchat started blowing up. It was from some random account that just added me. They were spamming me to Snapchat call them, so I did. And when they picked up, I saw like a quarter of someone's face. It looked like a young guy in his 20s. I could tell he was smiling. That was the creepy thing.
Ew.
The way he
So
said
creepy.
hello was so long and stretched out. I was pretty frantic, asking what he wanted in return for my Instagram back. He started telling me some really creepy shit. He said he sees me every day and that he thinks I'm really pretty, and that this was the only way he'd get my attention. I didn't know what to say. He said he'd give me my account back if I would just be his digital girlfriend. As creepy and weird as this was,
That
I
is
said
just
yes
not
immediately
right.
just to get my stuff back.
What
He
the
told me the password to
fuck?
get back onto my Instagram account. And as soon as I changed
Yeah,
the
these
password, I
are
set
good
my profile to
stories,
private
but
and
like,
put a story up saying
hopefully
that
they're
I was
just
hacked.
stories and not like, you know, real
Asked this guy
life.
for his name and what other info he had on me. He said I could just call him John, and that he could get all the information about me that he wanted. He said this with a smile, too. I could see it in the fourth of his face that he would actually show. He refused to show the rest. I played nice the whole time, knowing this guy's a sicko. I managed to get him off the call by telling him I'd snap him tomorrow. I then told all my friends about it and asked what I should do. They all unanimously said I should activate two-factor verification on my Instagram account and then deactivate the account and then block him.
PSA, do that. I'm just kidding. Get fucking hacked by me, you all. Everybody watching me right now. You see this string of bits? You have been infected. Fuck you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I did all
I'm
that,
just
though. It
joking.
didn't take it too
That'd
well.
be insane
An
if
hour
there's like
later,
a
I got
fucking
new
live stream
Snap
that you
user
just click
blowing
on
up
it
my Snap.
on Twitch and you just get
I knew it
infected
was
with
him.
malware.
I opened
That'd
the
be
snaps anyway.
insane.
It was him again threatening me, saying he knows where I live
Like,
and blocking
yikes,
him was a
that's-
stupid thing to do.
This story's
I showed it to
oh,
my
it's
parents
giving me
now
like
because it was getting serious. So
jittery.
my dad called the police.
Ugh.
I didn't block the guy's Snapchat yet, though.
Why?
I'm glad I didn't.
Well, okay,
As
police,
my
right?
parents and I were sitting in
Yeah.
the kitchen waiting, I got a snap from the guy. It was a video. I waited a few seconds before opening it. It was a video of him sitting in his car in front of our house with the caption, "Don't block me again." My dad ran outside in a fit of rage. He tried to stop him, but he wouldn't. But the car wasn't even in front of the house anymore. The guy probably waited until driving away before sending that snap.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say the police did absolutely nothing. They seemed clueless on the matter. But there's not much police could do in
Why
hacking
they need
situations
to
anyway.
be, you know,
However, I did
updated on
send a snap of the
cybersecurity
police
crimes
car
and
back
stuff
to the
like
guy
that.
and put a caption, "Fuck with me again, you'll be arrested." He opened the snap and immediately blocked me, so I'd say it worked. This story has a happier ending than most, I guess. But the amount of info some people can get from you online is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. Fuck that. Like, I guess, like I said, this is like, I basically say like it's like on the individual level, right? But even then, it's like, are these stories? I don't want to say if they're true, because I mean the videos. If they're, I mean, if they're from people from Reddit, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not here to discount and say like which story is true or not. I'm not that I do that because it's a little bad trade of mine. By little, I mean like bad. But what was I gonna say? Yeah. Like I said, most of these stories on here, you know, they're just like stories usually, like correct. Jesus, those are scary though. I hate those. Your computer virus stories. Oh, we could watch that. Whatever. But yeah. I'm so tired, dude. like I said, AI is kind of just like right? Not really there yet with cybersecurity. Cybersecurity AI, we can do some research into it. I'm probably not gonna watch the last two videos though. I'm probably gonna watch just the Minecraft one. Yeah, it's like growing, but like I mean, like I don't know. I think the latest I've heard is like it can track like creepy people or something. I don't know. Remember too well. That's something I definitely would have to investigate because I'd be interested in doing that, making like an AI for like. Cause like yeah, I just need to grow my coding time. Maybe like I don't know, making some sort of device, or because like the thing with like Vivado is that like it's code, it's not really like software. It's more like software to code circuitry. So maybe we can make like a circuit that makes the software run faster. I know it sounds like a weird idea, but it's a total legit thing. That's a totally legit thing. You know, just talking about like things I want to get into, right? But this is the last video for today, probably. How many hours I've been live? It feels like I've been live. Oh, let's see. The 3 hours, yeah, that's a lot.
And welcome to the first
You know,
Let's Play on this
let's watch this. Minecraft's deadliest hacker. Oh, please don't be like some bullshit nasty thing.
Anyways, hello and welcome to the first ever Let's Play.
Oh my god. Oh, wasn't this the the Log4Shell exploit? Yeah. This is really recent.
You are watching this
Yeah. Like fucking up computers.
Hundreds of millions of
And the Log4Shell exploit was like everywhere, not just like Minecraft.
Amazon, Steam. This programming language acts as the backbone to our 21st century cyber infrastructure. And when these apps are using that language, they're simultaneously sending what they're doing to a log.
Yeah.
The log gives developers an overview of anything from software errors to simple processes. And in the case of JavaScript, a popular log type is called log4j.
Yeah. The exploit was fixed, if I remember.
The message is from an employee of the Alibaba Cloud Security team. He's describing an exploit him and his colleagues has recently discovered. An exploit that has been hiding in plain sight since 2013.
A long while.
For every picture that is taken of this forest,
I thought this one was gonna be like less cool or something.
and it just so happens that on this snake's scales is a specific string of code. This code can be placed anywhere text is written.
Yeah.
An email, a username, or a Minecraft chat message.
That's weird.
Yeah. We're gonna hear right
The bad actor in this case is constantly sending messages through chat. Whatever he types is also sent to the log. In this case, the expression
Yeah.
hooking into the victim's IP address, forcing him to run the code, and subsequently run the malicious program.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Minecraft's not like a cartridge game, right? It's a game you can just easily download. The UFO hack. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this. Will never take us. Ooh. We live in Lawrence.
Chaos erupts in the headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense.
Yeah. This is getting good.
When suddenly,
Holy shit.
a strange message appears.
Your security system is crap, yeah. Oh, isn't this the other hacker? I am Solo, yeah. Did you disrupt at the highest level? One
A
home ship.
mother dresses up her son for school, and he inquires about the discovery of planets. She hesitates to respond and instead pushes his questions aside, tells him to hurry up. He's running late. He's aware.
Dang.
He's going to a place he loathes. Gary is not among the brightest of children, according to the stereotypical definition of society. He struggles at school. He's barely able to keep with the inflow of information that he considers useless.
Yeah.
He understands nothing in class and he has no friends. He gets bullied.
That's
He's a
sad.
textbook definition introvert. And he spends his time reading books on astronomy, contemplates the stars.
I just want to say, hey, Vsauce here!
It
You know,
becomes impossible for him to commute on the bus,
like,
and
fuck,
his
it's fun.
anxiety skyrockets, causing him to lose consciousness and faint. And for the next 10 years, he develops an interest in music, starts learning Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, along with a few Beatles songs.
Okay, I'm not gonna get copyrighted today.
Surrounded by his books and his music, uninterrupted by the world outside.
Yeah, that's good.
But when the world outside begins creeping in, he takes these books, shuts himself in his closet. And by the time he's 14, his mother has married a new man. And with this change in family comes change in interest.
Yeah. The computer.
He spends most of his time surfing the internet, reading up on space. Soon gets interested in UFOs. The more he reads about them, the more obsessed he becomes. He spends hours in his room, listening to music and learning about the strange objects in the sky. To materialize this
One day you're gonna see me on there. I'm just kidding, not as a hacker. You're gonna see me on some like obscure ass fucking video. Ruben Torres, intrigued with the paranormal, spends hours live streaming. And it's gonna be some bullshit like that, and I'm gonna be like, okay.
Code, and he soon becomes completely invested in the dreams of finding hard evidence. By 17, he's got himself a girlfriend.
Oh my
Dropped out of school,
gosh.
becomes a hairdresser.
Uh-huh.
Simultaneously, he joins the British UFO Research Association, listening to lectures, reading their magazines.
A belief that there is more to existence than birth, death, and an up and down life in between.
He comes across a book published in the mid-80s on hacking. Until that point, he knew that the U.S. defense knows more about UFOs than anyone else.
Yeah, so he wants to
And
get
it's
like
this last puzzle
to get
piece
the
that
stuff from
reveals
there,
to
right?
him
All the information,
just how to go about
everything
getting
the
that
U.S.
information.
knows. But how does he get there? Via computers. Wonder how much time he puts on these, onto these animations and stuff. Imagine a lot. That would look really beautiful if that was real. Like, imagine the sky, like, it'd look cool. Vulnerability has a major impact, yeah.
After receiving the email, the Apache Software Foundation begins immediate work. They're trying to fix the exploit before it becomes known to all. But it was too late. Like a match in a dry forest,
isn't it a game of ants or whatever?
Log4j exploit, now referred to as Log4Shell, is beginning its spread. The severity of this exploit is raised from a 3.7 to a 9.0. What makes this fire so spreadable is its simplicity. A relatively unskilled human, aka a script kiddie, can now, in theory, set a spark by sending a hidden threat.
Is that what they're called?
Like ransomware.
I've heard my friends use that fucking word. A kitty. Because I always assumed it was like a script cat or something. Skitty skid. Relatively unskilled individual who uses for programs such as web shell developed by others to attack. Okay. Bitcoin, please insert one Bitcoin to continue watching. Imagine that link somewhere and you were like on the iPhone and you opened up that fucking tab on accident.
Companies with
like,
large
you know, you can take you can open links on like
reinforcing their
videos and
defenses.
stuff and
Steam
pictures.
is secured.
And that's scary.
Apple is secured. But for the smaller guys, Apache releases patch 2.15.0. But soon after the release, an exploit within this new one is found.
Yeah.
If the standard Log4j is vanilla, a non-default configuration is vanilla with sprinkles on top. A bad actor can use what's called a non-default pattern layout to look up the following symbols. This creates a denial of service attack. Apache releases 2.16, which removes the message lookup and switches the JNDI function so that it no longer defaults to on. The turbulence begins stabilizing. 3,700,000 is the total number of exploit attempts throughout the world. About half of corporate networks. It's unclear how many of these attempts were successful, and it's likely we'll continue to see these arrows being shot for some time to come. But opposing these attackers with swords and shields made up of ones and zeros
is all we can do now.
Powerful adversary, working day and night, from country to country, securing the infrastructure that acts as the backbone.
The homeless hacker trailer.
Daily life here on planet Earth.
Let's see this one. You know, usually this is this hashtag ad.
Good day, friends, neighbors, and opponents.
He's a hacker, but a kind of a gray hat hacker.
نعم 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 المرقص لا تقول مرقص.
The man sitting in the corner is watching.
Sir. I would say from the get-go, I don't feel that I'm the opponent of anybody in this crowd. You may feel differently. And I respect your right to do so.
The homeless hacker,
Gary executes his obsession and applies everything he knows to infiltrate the U.S. Army, Navy, and Air Force database systems. He looks for any
find those
ETs
ETs.
that unveils
They say something like that every time, like a UAP or whatever the fuck they call them now, UFOs. They say like those ETs, you know? That's infinitely funnier than UAP or UFO.
transfers files as he likes.
Oh man, we're gonna do an aliens one, but I'm gonna like lump them over with like shadow people and stuff.
Solo.
Well, maybe Bigfoot. I don't know.
To balance the reality of his
Really
nightlife,
fucking scary stream on
Gary
all that.
starts working as
I'm
a
gonna be laughing my
computer
ass
administrator
off.
by day.
I'm
His
gonna be like,
obsession
look at this.
amplifies with time, causing his life as Gary to decay, but his life as Solo to
So
blossom.
yeah, that's where he was going.
He struggles to isolate time for his family and friends.
Yeah,
because
I was
one trail
meant to-
leads to
okay,
another,
I'm like
and
thinking,
soon
did I
he
submit to
accidentally
the
brings down
Eternity?
the U.S.
I'm
Army's
like, did I
entire
have to do some
Washington,
extra
D.C.
shit?
network. 2,000 computers.
All late now, right?
They're out of service for 3 days.
Well, it's fine. I turned it in. If I take a time around here, we're my bite for like a moment, a hot minute, right?
In a small apartment buried deep in London sits Solo, who is now a quiet 36-year-old Scot. It's a bizarre night for the world out there, but inside, victory awaits. He's still busy surfing through encrypted US servers, copying files and passwords, when an alert imbues him of another set of networks he can hack into. A network he suspects has more information on not only UFOs, but free energy.
Okay. Re-energy harnessing power?
Solo
Interesting.
deploys his weaponry as codes painted on a blank canvas, but the Earl Naval Weapons Station is fortified. After a few attempts, he finally finds his way in and explores the network. It's labeled as the biggest military computer hack of all time. This chaotic catastrophe forces the US military to deploy its teams to control the situation as quick as they can. The lack of protection and strong passwords on vital military networks
Holy
lures
shit.
Solo into continuing his quest for
alien anti-gravity devices.
Uh-huh.
And followed close behind is the Fed.
Yeah.
the United Kingdom's National High-Tech Crime Unit traces Solo to a flat in London.
Oh my god, no, 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 copyright music, please, no more. Okay, here we go. Then I'm gonna be like, you know, muted.
I wrote a tiny Perl script for Perl language that tied together other people's programs that search for blank.
I'm gonna download this
passwords
VOD just in
equal
case I do get muted and upload it on YouTube later on. For sure.
So
Right
using
away.
the remote control program, I turned the color down to 4-bit color and the screen resolution really, really low. And even then, this picture was still, judgment coming onto the screen. But what came onto the screen was amazing. It was a culmination of all my efforts. It was a picture of something that definitely wasn't man-made. It was above the Earth's hemisphere. It was...
Warning. Position compromised. Position compromised.
This reminds me
And runs up a full memory wipe.
of the War of the Worlds thing. Oh no 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 no. Yeah. Area 5 marker calls. Oh my god, Cayes. I put Cayes calls in. Radio. Actually, it's not War of the whatever it's called. My mind is like everywhere right now, dude. I do need like a day off for sure. Cause it's just literally stress. There was a radio host. Right. Fuck, do they really not have it on here anymore? I feel like the one thing, it's basically like a radio host is talking about like aliens and how people have experiences with them. Somebody calls in, they're like, "Hey man, I work in Area 51." Blah blah blah. And like the fourth time they call in, they're like, "Hey man, I'm gonna disappear or whatever, right? Because they're on to me, man. They're on to me or something like that, right?" I remember that well. Yeah. That's what that reminded me of right now. Memory wipe.
The hacking spree that lasted 13 months from February 2001 to March 2002 comes to
Yeah,
an
that's
end.
a long time. He's stealing info from the U.S. Oh my god, the Black Knight spell satellite. Please, no more copyright music! Ah, copyright music, copyright music. Oh, no, 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 not here, not here. Never here, never here, never here, never here, never here, never here. No copyright music.
Scotland Yard prison, where his case is officially
Oh,
filed.
please. No, 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 no copyright music, please.
Shudders Gary's world.
Ah! Okay, I'm so fucked. Okay, we're downloading this VOD right after. I should have just started recording. Oh, yeah.
His mother organizes a campaign to spread awareness. Becomes a sort of icon.
Alleged offences are not in doubt. Accused of hacking into the Pentagon's computer network in 2002, causing damage estimated to be more than $700,000.
A lot of money.
But the 44-year-old suffers.
Wait, next time I'm thinking I'm gonna do true crime.
To have been looking for evidence of UFOs.
After multiple failed.
And then we're gonna move on to like the
Since
scary
I came
stuff
into
and
office,
paranormal
the
stuff.
sole issue on which I have been required to make a decision is whether Mr. McKinnon's extradition to the United States would breach his human rights.
We are unusual in this country in that we are prepared to extradite our own citizens. Many other countries will not extradite their own citizens. They say that they will be tried in their own country or not at all.
As the House would expect, I have very carefully considered the representations made on Mr. McKinnon's behalf, including from a number of clinicians. I have obtained my own medical advice from practitioners recommended to me by the Chief Medical Officer, and I have taken extensive legal advice. After careful consideration of all of the relevant material, I have concluded that Mr. McKinnon's extradition would give rise to such a high risk of him ending his life. It will now be for the Director of Public Prosecutions to decide whether Mr. McKinnon has a case to answer in a UK court.
The ultimate statement comes from the Director of Public Prosecutions, who elucidates that Gary would not be facing any charges in the UK.
Yeah.
And the 10-year case comes to an end.
Shit, he got lucky. Got lucky he wasn't killed by the fucking US, dude. Circa 2010, Gary is interviewed about the image he covered on you.
Is it possible this is an artist's impression?
I don't know. No, for me it was it was more than coincidence. I mean, this woman had said, this is what happens in this building, in this space center. I went into that building, that space center, and saw exactly that. And the folders were even called unprocessed and processed, or raw and filtered or something, so.
Do you have a copy of this? It came down to your machine?
No, it came, the graphical remote viewer works frame by frame. It's a Java application. So it's nothing saved on your hard drive, or at least if it is, only one frame at a time might be.
Yeah.
So did you get the one frame?
No.
So fuck that.
Well, once I was cut off, and my picture disappeared, I was
You were actually cut off at the time you were downloading the picture?
Yeah, I saw the guy's hand move across.
And that would have taken forever too. They would have seen the big load from the internet back then. Like, why are you trying to download a 5,000K resolution image? Because the new image that this is for the new satellite they launched. The Hubble telescope. No, that one's been around for a while, right? There's a new telescope they launched, right? I forget its name. I am very forgetful. I'm a very forgetful person. I forget the people's names that I know. I forget my friends' names that I know. I am afraid that I may have like onset dementia or some bullshit like that, right? Like that I'm developing. Cause it's not normal for me to just like speak like, be like for example, if I want to say author, I say R, the R. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going on with me? Like, I don't even know. But like, besides that, what was my point? Yeah, it was a 15K image from the new telescope that I don't think NASA launched it. I think it's a Discovery or something like that. No, not Discovery. No, I think it was NASA, right? NASA. Yeah, because they used to picture on their footer. Yeah, their new telescope kind of like got like a really good resolution picture of our, well, not universe, but a portion of our universe, right? Or a galaxy nearby. a very beautiful thing. Apparently forever to like process the image. So like in him saying that like it took a moment to process the image or the image to come over to his computer via a Java application, probably not too weird or off from what he discovered, you know? Like, you know, aliens and stuff and ETs is like, you know, a little out there. But who am I to say and deny him? He saw, because at the end of the day, he's the only one that knows the truth, and the truth will us, right? Anyhow, I think that's it for today. I am gonna drop dead right now. I'm gonna go to my bed, literally. Like, oh yeah, it's so tiring. How can I get over it? Ow, ooh, my jaw. It's just like every okay. There was this moment. I think in like, let me just. I don't know. I must have hit my jaw or something. And then like over the years, nothing's come up with that, right? With my jaw until maybe like around, I'd say like ninth grade. My jaw muscle ever so often when I yawn, I pull it. It happened then. It happened like every 6 months. I kid you not. Now it happens like every day. Like I pull this fucking jaw muscle right here or whatever the heck is right here. It hurts. That's why if you see me go like ow, right? And the same thing with like one of my leg muscles. Sometimes I'm just like messing around with my legs, and then like I accidentally get like a fucking leg muscle cramp. By leg I mean like foot muscle cramp, right? And I'm just like, all right, you see me like, you see me go like that, and then I'm like, I'm fine, right? Fuck, there's a lot like revealing about myself, but yeah. Yeah, this set of like numbers, I literally just wrote it down. I think live on stream, if not like before I began the stream. I mean, that's me. At least I think it does. Hold up. I think I think it literally just is nothing. Like so imagine it does say something. I just literally typed on like random fucking like words. Oh, like English, Western European, Eastern European. Oh, this is like Spanish or something. Any cool. That's a big fucking coincidence. Oh, little Indian Benjamin. What's Turkish? It's literally Indian Turkish. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Again, thank you all so much for coming by. I am gonna go to sleep though, for sure. It may be live tomorrow. Like not with anything like cool. Probably like soon. If not, it'll be another fucking coding stream where I struggle with Vivado. So yeah, thank you again for all of you for coming by. Yeah, good night, good day, whatever it is, and yeah, I'll see y'all later. So bye, everybody. Yeah, I'll end up watching the last two videos on my own. Bye. If not, I'll leave them in for like all the time. I don't know. No, who knows? Who knows what happens? Again, bye. Why is this guy here too?